And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, what up out there? Welcome in. Woo! Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Welcome. This is episode 86. 86, brother. Welcome in.
8-6.
I don't have a football player for 86.
You know what? I forgot to look some up, but I dropped the ball.
Yeah, I don't have any. What was that?
Sounded like Siri,
One of our watches picked up fucking Siri over here listening to us. Holy shit, you might have heard that on the recording, but whatever. Yes, welcome in. Episode 86. We don't have a football player for this episode. What the fuck, Siri? Shut up. What is going on right now? I think that's my watch.
Might be, dude.
Sorry.
It's all good, bro.
Jesus.
She wants you to ask what football players is number 86.
Yeah, I guess so.
She keeps interrupting every time we say that.
It's creepy. It's creepy, bro.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, how do you turn that off? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome in. I'm really tired. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Yeah, you're here, brother.
You know.
Drinking the beers.
Oh, dude, this is helping.
Yeah.
This is very good.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I got your play-by-play all day yesterday. Like, this guy's had the longest fucking day yesterday.
Yes. Of course, I'm going to talk about that. But thank you for joining us on YouTube if you're out there watching us. Really do appreciate it. I see everybody out there. Bill, Tina, Jay. What up, dude? So, yes, I had a long week, as you probably know out there. I traveled up to watch my good friends Tina and Jay get married up in Rochester, New York. Had a great time. Flew up there Thursday. Came back yesterday. This morning, actually, technically, because it turned into that. But, yes, a little discombobulated. Been running on some fumes today. Barely any sleep because his body clock is just like, I don't care if you got in late. Doesn't matter. It's 7:30. Wake up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But had a great time up there, of course. And was very, very cool to go up there and hang out with them. I've known them for 4 years now. Crazy. And they got engaged a couple years before in 2021, yes. And, of course, this was the big weekend leading up to that. And I flew up there Thursday, like I said, Rochester, New York, upstate New York. I've been upstate to Cooperstown, but never over to Rochester, which is an hour away from Buffalo, if you don't know. And you can see Canada, actually. So it's right across from Canada. And, of course, you know, that last week everybody was worried about, and I was too, because that place was covered in smoke because of Canada's fires.
Yeah, the wildfires and shit up there, huh?
Yeah. And I was like texting both of them like, hey, how's the air quality up there? And they're like, it's bad.
Do I need to bring my gas mask or whatever?
Yeah. They're like, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, that's terrible because, first of all, allergies. A big thing for me. And then when I grew up, I had asthma, actually. So I still have inhalers just in case.
Right.
But I was like, I packed those. And then luckily when I got there, it was pretty much gone.
Great.
So
Yeah.
they said the day before, though, was bad.
Yeah.
They're like, it was still bad Wednesday. And I was like, oh, thank God. So it was like, it worked out, basically. And I had a great time up there. It was good to visit. I've never been to Rochester. So we did a few things. We hung out, of course. And it was their weekend. You know, I was happy to be there, tourist and whatever, but I was going with the flow, basically. And Jay took me to the House of Guitars up there, which is a famous store / museum. Apparently the biggest in the world, I guess. And I didn't really know about this, man. So I started researching and I'm looking and I'm like, holy shit, this must be amazing. And so we get there because he knows that I'm a big Metallica fan and he knows the music and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we get there and I walk in and I'm like, holy fucking shit. This place is, I'm not kidding, wall to wall, ceiling to ceiling, covered with shit.
Yeah.
Memorabilia, signed posters, pictures of bands that have been in there with the owner or whoever, all over the walls, dude, everywhere. You could spend an entire day in that place looking at everything.
Yeah.
It's insane. And there was a brick wall in the back that was it said wall of Rockstar autographs. So anybody that comes in there, that's a rock star. Now, they didn't offer me a pin, unfortunately, but I'm just saying it's entirely signed by people that bands, any band you could think of, anyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
So what's the draw to Rochester? Just that place, or is it a big music town or something? I've never heard about that or anything.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The only thing that I knew was that Metallica recorded Kill 'Em All there.
Yeah.
And that's where Johnny Z was, the guy that signed him.
Right.
I don't know if there's other stuff up there for that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, dang, I've never heard of this place.
Yeah.
It's amazing, dude. If you're ever up there and you're a music fan, go. Trust me. And we actually did talk to the owner because he saw I was wearing a Metallica shirt. And he asked me, he's like, you play guitar? I was like, I do not. I wish I could.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, Metallica recorded, their first album in Rochester. I was like, oh, yeah. And we talked about that a little bit. And then he said that, they would come in and hang out while, they were in between recording or whatever and eat their food because they didn't have any money. Stuff like that was really cool to hear. And he pointed out like guitars that were signed by them.
Yeah.
And we're talking in the 80s signed by them.
Right.
So like you had some cool shit there. Like he's had this stuff for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And not just metal stuff either. Like he had blues and jazz people, guitars and like Chuck Berry shit. Everything.
It's wild.
Yeah. So that place was awesome, dude. And I'm really glad I got to go there. So I'm really thankful that he took me there. And I had a good time, of course, with everybody all weekend. The wedding was great. And then the reception was even more fun. Shout out to Tina. Hopefully your hangover is gone by now. Because she was hurting the next day.
I saw a video.
I know. I sent you a video. Of
It
her.
looked like a good time.
And she was having fun. Everybody was having fun. It was a great time. So it was great. And then at their reception, of course, you eat at a reception. I knew this going in there. They were like, we have a buffet. There's a famous thing up there in upstate New York called a garbage plate. And they've told me about this forever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is macaroni. You put that down first. And I was taught how to build a garbage plate during this whole thing. Macaroni and then either French fries or I think they said home style fries, which is like cubed potatoes. I don't know what we call them here. What do we call those?
I don't know.
Cubed potatoes. And then, okay, yeah, sorry. Mac salad home fries. Okay. I'm being corrected in live chat here.
There we go.
And then after that, you put on, I think the next thing we put on was basically a hamburger patty with cheese on it, melted cheese on it. Like two burgers officially. I only put one. And then you put on we here in Texas call chili, but they were like, don't call it that. It's meat sauce. That's what they said to me. And it was a spicy meat sauce. Yeah, it's chili. Like basically. And meat hot sauce.
Meat.
And it wasn't hot though. It had a little kick to it, but it wasn't super hot.
Okay. Did drop any bomb in there? Nothing.
No. No. It had a kick to it though. You could tell a little bit, and then ketchup, mustard, and then if you like onions, and then pickles too if you wanted pickles on it.
Jesus Christ!
So while I'm building this, by the way, I'm thinking in my head like I'm definitely going to shit my pants.
Yeah, 100%.
And everybody at the table that I was sitting at was telling me that, by the way, garbage plates are drunk food. Like 2 a.m. you get this shit.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and I was like building it. I'm like, oh yeah, 100%. I could see that. So that's a garbage plate, and they had that as the dinner that you ate. and I ate it, and it was delicious, of course. I mean, doesn't that sound delicious?
Yeah, of
I
course.
sent you the picture of it.
Yeah, you did. I was like, yeah, that definitely looks like something I'd be mashing at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's the first thing you said. Yeah, and so I ate it. It was delicious, and they were like, they let me. Tina took me up there to build it because she was like, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And because I wouldn't have known. I would have put everything. I don't know, but yeah, it was like fucking. I finished it, or till I was full, and it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I was like, I got to shit. And that bathroom, their reception hall was getting a workout, bro. Everybody was in and out of that place. Yeah. There was only one toilet. I'm like, that poor fucking toilet, bro.
It's working overtime there.
Oh, it was getting destroyed, bro.
Nice.
The first time I came out, there was somebody already like waiting. I was like, yeah. I don't know who it was either, by the way. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah.
He was like, man, they served garbage plates. And I'm like, yeah. It was funny.
That's nice.
So that was fun. And then, of course, the rest of the night was just a big party with a DJ and a lot of fun games and stuff like that. And then I got to the dancing, of course. And, yeah, it was fun, man. And then yesterday, flying home, first flight, I had a layover because the direct flights don't go into Rochester. It's just too small of an airport. And then, so I went to Chicago first, and then I had like a 3-hour layover, which sucked. But then we left, and then there was apparently bad weather in DFW, which totally fucked me over, bro.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a really bad thunderstorm with a lot of hail.
Yeah, where I'm at, I'm like an hour and a half west of Dallas, but I was getting rain and stuff, but apparently there was like hail and everything.
Yeah, it missed.
Like while you were in the air, because I saw people posting on Facebook about it, and it's pretty rough over there in that area.
I saw pictures of hail from friends around the area, and then my neighborhood, everybody said that on the page, they were like, the hail missed us. I was like, oh shit, that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes, I saw the pictures, and then we got to Dallas area in the air, and we started just circling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, we'll just probably circle to this fucker until he gets a fucking opening, I guess.
Yeah.
And just like, Argh. But that didn't happen, bro. Apparently we circled enough where they were like, all of a sudden the pilot came on. He was like, there's a pilot from the flight. They sound like, I'm like, what the fuck did he just say?
Right.
But he goes, we can't land in Dallas. The thunderstorm there's just too much. We're going south now. We're being diverted to Austin, which is a 3-hour drive from us. And I was like, oh, because at this point it's late, bro. We're already way past where I was supposed to land or what time. So we land in Austin. We sit there. We don't know what's going to happen, by the way, because they're like, hang on, stay in your seats because the gate agent will come up and tell us what the options are, basically. And she came in finally, and then luckily they were like, hey, good news, we're just getting gas, and then we're going back to Dallas because the weather's moving on. I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
But it's so late. We were sitting at the gate in Austin for like an hour. It was like, we're getting gas, and then we're getting the paperwork, and we're out of here. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll be on our way quick. And then an hour, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, we're just waiting on that weight balance paperwork. And I'm like, Jesus. Because we had to get more fuel than a regular trip to Austin to Dallas, from Austin, because we were going around the storm. We're going around the storm and then landing, and I'm like, Jesus. So a 45-minute flight turned into like an hour and 10 minutes, which is not horrible. But we finally landed in Dallas about 1:30 in the morning, and then there was no gate available in the Dallas Love Field because every flight that was diverted landed basically at the same time and caused a massive log jam. Mm-hmm. So we sat on the tarmac for like 45 minutes waiting on a gate, something like that. And then I think I got home officially around 2:30. So, yeah. I ate something because I hadn't eaten dinner, and I was fucking starving.
Right.
And those little peanuts packages didn't do shit.
Right.
So I had to stop and get something. And then I was like, it was like 3-something when I went to sleep. And then, 7:30, my body was like, yo. And I'm like, fuck me. So, yeah, that's why I'm a little tired. Just a rundown of the weekend there. And the traveling was quite fun yesterday. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Any airline, nobody could land, dude. So what are you going to do, man?
Yeah, that sucks, dude. And that's why I hate flying, dude. I don't like...
It's rough sometimes.
The whole process of flying sucks.
It does.
Like boarding and then, like you said, it always happens when you're trying to come home. Is when everything that can go wrong does.
I
go
got
wrong.
to when I left Thursday to get to Rochester. I landed early.
Yeah.
Woo! Great start, baby. And then you're right. When you come home, it's when you get fucked.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I sent a message to Tina over the weekend, told them congratulations, and I'll say that now. Congratulations, guys.
Absolutely.
I told them, I said, we'll meet one day. I haven't met them
Oh,
yet.
yeah. They're going to come to Texas.
So, yeah.
And had fun. But, yes, very, very big congrats. That whole thing happened smoothly, too. There was no issues or anything. Tina was a happy bride, which you don't want to piss her off. Trust me. She's from Rochester, New York. You know what I mean? So, good times,
yeah, it
man.
looked like fun. Yeah, I wish I could have been there, but just couldn't make it happen. And but yeah, like I said, we'll get together soon and have a good time together.
We've talked about meeting halfway too, which would be, I think, Tennessee is when we looked it up once, somewhere in Tennessee, so we can hang out and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tina said we'd probably go to a titty bar or something. So I was like,
oh yeah,
yeah, whatever.
yeah,
It's been a while since I've paid to see titties, so I mean,
yeah, definitely.
maybe go blow some money on that.
It would be fun. Oh God, Aubrey almost made me do that the other weekend. Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. So yeah, that was the rundown of the weekend. That's why we're recording on Monday too, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get home, till
You-
this morning.
You were supposed to get home around like 11, right, or something?
No, I was supposed to land at 9 p.m.
Oh, that's, yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So that turned into 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why we're doing on a Sunday or Monday, whatever. Today's felt like Sunday to me for some reason. I've
Yeah.
had the whole day off.
I don't even
By the
know
way-
what day it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I didn't work today either.
Yeah.
Because I was dead. So, yeah, no, I had the day off for sure. Because I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
So that's why we're recording on Monday this week. And we'll figure out next week, too, because next weekend is Father's Day. So who knows what's going to happen then. But that's why it's a Monday. So apologies for a day late or that we normally do. We usually do Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, but we keep you guys updated on the pages. So, but that was fun, man. That was the weekend for me. Got to go up there and hang out at Rochester. Never been there before, dude.
Nice.
A lot of
Yeah.
Bills fans. A lot of Bills fans.
Oh yeah, because they're just an hour away, right? Or
Yeah. And I'm like, you got a good team, so you should be a Bills fan.
something? Exactly.
Although, oddly enough, at my table at the reception, one was a Bills fan, one was an Eagles fan, and one was a Raiders fan.
Wow.
And I was I'm a Cowboys fan. So everybody at the table was a different team. And I'm like, how the hell are you guys not Bills fans? This guy's got the right idea. You got Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, how nervous are you when Josh Allen takes off running? Like, because he does that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, how nervous are you every time he does it? He's like, dude, I hold my I grab my chair and I'm like, slide,
Yeah.
because Josh Allen takes hits.
Yeah. Your franchise is fucked if that guy goes down.
And I'm like, he needs to learn how to slide, bro, and
Yeah.
not take hits. And he was like, I couldn't agree more. He was like, it makes me so fucking nervous. Yeah, so that was fun.
Cool.
But there you go. I'm running on fumes, but these beers are definitely helping. So let's get into it, man. After the little spiel there. Appreciate you letting me talk about that. Let's see. Okay, couple things. Leaf, you brought this up. I want you, so go ahead with the whole. First thing I put on the list was you said there's a director's cut of a certain movie out there.
Yeah. Let me pull that up.
Yeah.
So, what I know of this is that Kevin Smith, the guy that everybody knows who Kevin Smith is, right?
I would think so.
He did all the Clerks movies, the Jay and Silent Bob whatever movies, those kind of things, right?
Yeah,
he's a massive Batman fan. He's a huge comic book Marvel type guy.
He's Silent Bob.
He's yeah, basically. And so he has a copy of Joel Schumacher's director's cut of Batman Forever.
Amazing.
So that's the one with Val Kilmer, if ever, yeah. And that's the one with
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
who
Kidman,
was-
Jim Carrey as the Riddler, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, and all that. So
Jesus, bro. Nicole Kidman is so hot in this movie.
yeah, dude.
That was her prime, bro.
Yeah, I jerked
For
off.
sure.
That one scene where Batman flies in and you know how
She's
she's in the
naked under
bed.
the
And
sheet.
yeah, I was like, I've jerked off to that when I was a kid, bro. So many times.
Of course.
I had to pause,
Dude,
bro.
she
I'm
was
like,
her prime, bro.
oh yeah,
For
she
sure.
was insanely hot in that movie. Anyway, so Kevin Smith has a copy of Joel Schumacher's cut. It's a director's cut of it. This movie came out in '95, and it's been this director's cut is I guess it's been out there, but they've never released it. And I heard that they didn't have plans to, but Kevin Smith has he has his own little podcast, and he's going to watch it and review it on his podcast on. Let me find the date here. I think it's June 19th. Yeah, June 19th episode of his podcast.
Okay. So next week.
And I'd have to look up what his fucking his podcast is called Fat Man Beyond.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when he's going to do that. So that's interesting, man, because those director's cuts are usually really. I mean, Batman Forever was a really good movie. Back then,
I love it.
90, yeah, and I love Val Kilmer as Batman, by the way. But yeah, I'm interested to see what all is in this director's cut. And like I said, they didn't say that they're going to release this for public stuff for you to buy it or stream it or whatever. But I would say if it gets a good reception on this podcast, I'm sure, or if he reviews it and it's really good,
Yeah.
I imagine they will to make some money.
Why not?
Right?
Yeah. And Joel Schumacher died in 2020. I remember that.
Yeah.
So he's no longer with us. But yeah, why not release this? I'm looking right here. It's 170 minutes.
Yeah, it's long.
Most director's cuts are long.
Yeah, I mean, usually you got about 3-4 hours of film.
Like,
and
yeah, you
stuff
remember
and
the
see-
Zack Snyder's Justice League director's cut was 4 hours.
Yeah, which was a lot better than the
And
first cut.
It was way better.
Yeah. It like closed up all those fucking weird storylines that didn't make any sense. And
Yeah, exactly.
so
because studios get in the way and they start cutting stuff and all that. But yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Director's cut. You have Jim Carrey when he was in his prime.
yep.
That's going to be gold because he was great as the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones was awesome as Two-Face because this was more of a comic booky type Batman where it was like more silly and just like play it up or whatever. But it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I
And they
watched
did
a
the
ton.
same thing with the next one, Batman Robin, but they fucking swung and missed on that one. But yeah, Batman
God.
Forever was still good, though.
That's
at least.
because George Clooney was god awful.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
They just gave him so much money he couldn't say no to it.
Yeah. And I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger did not belong as Mr. Freeze, bro. That was a horrible casting.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's her name is Poison Ivy was good. Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman, yeah.
Good gosh.
She was hot in that too.
Yeah. 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 Batman Forever, when I was growing up, that came out when I was like 11 years old or 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And I watched the shit out of that movie, dude. I had it on VHS and I fucking burned that tape up.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I was a sophomore in high school when it came out. And
Remember what
I saw it in
VHS
the
is?
theater. Yeah. Yeah. I'm older than you. Yeah.
I'm just saying for everybody out there, remember what VHS was?
Yeah. Yeah. There's not many that do.
Yeah, but I would love to see this. I hope they do release it. I'm sure if Kevin Smith's going to watch it and talk about it, he's going to be super positive.
Yeah, I
about
imagine
it.
just because, I mean, he's sitting here talking about it and he's promoting it and he's going to talk about it on his podcast. So,
Yeah.
if it does, if it gets a good reaction from it, I don't see why they wouldn't. It's just another reason to make a bunch of money off of it.
And we need more Val Kilmer stuff like this because, you know, unfortunately, Val Kilmer, you know, he can't really act anymore because of his throat stuff that he had to go through. Seeing more of Val Kilmer as Batman because he was so good, I thought totally down for that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm going to tune into that podcast and listen and see what he has to say about it.
I'm trying to think if there's any storylines in that movie that kind of needed to be tied up a little bit better, but I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, like I said, the first cut's great.
Yeah.
But I would love to see different scenes and stuff. They did do like a DVD release thing where they added some deleted scenes, but not this much stuff. Not
Right.
170 minutes worth of stuff. So
It's always good to see the director's cut because this is actually what I wanted it to be.
yeah,
And he's the director.
right.
So
So yeah, that'll
more
be interesting.
Edward Nygma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Jim Carrey was great.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Riddler.
He was really good. Like I said, that was him in his prime, too,
Yeah,
in the mid-'90s where he was just
Oh, yeah.
killing everything.
yeah. He was in a string of all kinds of shit, and this was one. This was one of the bigger ones he was in. So So, yeah, we're checking that. So, like I said, Fat Man Beyond podcast on June 19th. He's gonna review it after he watches it. So
Yeah, we'll send him a message and see if he'll come on
yeah,
next week as well.
yeah, we get all the big guests.
Yeah, we do. No problem.
Yeah.
Got you covered. Okay, cool. I want to say one thing about another 90s movie, actually. And I just saw this and thought it was interesting, and couldn't believe it. Makes me feel really old, actually. The original Jurassic Park celebrated yesterday, actually. 30th anniversary. 30 years old this movie is.
Wow.
The original Jurassic Park, of course, that's
Fucking
Steven
old.
Spielberg
Yeah.
that took that on based on the novel that was released. And, I mean, when this came out, I know for a fact I went to the theaters when I was a kid. This was an amazing movie. It actually went to the #1 spot when this came out. It became the #1 movie.
Yeah.
And I could still watch the original Jurassic Park, and it's so good still.
Yeah, it still holds up, dude.
They were able to do, like, the T-Rex was able, like, the first, like, CGI, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jurassic Park. That had never been done before.
Right.
And it looked good
Yeah.
whenever they did it. So I just want to say that now we're old, obviously.
Yeah. That makes me feel so old.
Yeah, 30 years ago. And it also started off such a massive franchise, dude, because there's 6 of them now.
Yeah.
And now the next 2 after, I don't think they did as well
Right.
in the box office, but the 3 that Chris Pratt did they blew up.
Yeah, those are massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're good actually.
Yeah, the last one, of course, brought back Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and Laura Dern.
Right. Yeah.
The original cast. And man, 30 years, bro. Holy hell. Holy hell.
It's a long time, dude.
Did you go to the theaters?
Yeah, I was 14, bro. I think.
14. I guess, what was that, 93? So I was like 7, yeah. Jesus. So bad, bro.
Yeah, man, we're about to die soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in the RIP section of this podcast one day.
Yeah. But do you know, like, how much money it made? The 1993 version?
$487 billion, probably. Nah.
Billion?
It made $1 billion. Well,
I think it made, like, I don't have this pulled up in front of me. I'm not going to pull it up, but I want to say 700 million. Something like that.
I would think so.
Anyways, to mark this 30th anniversary, if you're a big fan of Jurassic Park, they have you know what those Funko Pops are?
Yeah.
They got a famous Funko Pop releasing of the Brachiosaurus supersized pop for $23.99. So there you go.
Okay.
Go get yourself a fucking.
It didn't make as much as you thought it did.
How much?
$350 million.
Domestic or worldwide?
This is domestic.
Okay. Wow. Damn. Well, okay. Back in the early 90s, there's a lot though.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I was way off. Man, I thought it made way more than that.
Now I don't know. That's probably like its original, because I'm sure they put it in theaters again throughout the years, right?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that. So it's probably made more than that, obviously. But, yeah, that was their domestic first run. So
Okay.
the movie really exploded. Yeah, it says here the movie really exploded at the international box office, because I don't have that number here. So, but,
Okay. So that's what it was, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe I was thinking worldwide. Sorry.
it probably did. Yeah, probably made close to $1 billion on the worldwide release.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
yeah, dude.
By the way, John Williams is the greatest composer of all time.
Yeah, I mean nobody comes close, dude. He's done so many shit. He does Star Wars. He did Star Wars. He's done them all, dude.
He makes the movies better, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you're listening to the background music right now, like holy shit.
Yeah. It's like, God, man, those
Everything.
violins and cellos together, bro.
You think of that scene is when this comes on right when they see the dinosaurs for the first time, bro,
yeah.
and it's just like, Jesus, how do you write this shit, bro?
Genius, bro. Genius.
It sure is, man. So there you go, man. Just want to say, if you feel old like us, there you go. So, anyways, okay. Let's see. Leave. Also, as far as entertainment goes, we got a couple more things, and I think you have a couple music things.
Yeah.
A couple actors have decided that they're taking a break. A couple actors that we love. One, I think, is taking a break right now. One is waiting for 3 years and taking a break, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is taking a break from acting.
Yeah, he just came out this week and said he's going to take. He just got done recording a TV series, like a thriller series, I guess. It's called The Crowded Room, and he said that he admitted that he had a tough time while working on this project, and it left him feeling broken by it. He's 27. He said, "Yeah, he's gonna step away for about a year and kind of work on his mental health and get back to good after that." It's loosely based. This show is loosely based on a campus rapist named Billy Milligan. I don't think it's like an actual biography of this guy, but I think it's based on this guy.
Okay.
Who I remember hearing about this guy because he claims he has 24 different alternate personalities. So Holland's playing this guy. So imagine him trying to figure out how to play these weird personalities. It probably fucked him up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So yeah, he's going to step away for at least a year, said, and try to fix that stuff. He had a bit of a meltdown, apparently, he said. So
I mean, if you think about Tom Holland in like the last few years, he has been so busy.
yeah, he's done a lot of shit.
Yeah. Marvel, obviously, it's Spider-Man, and then like, Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
You just seem like he was always releasing something.
Yeah.
Like, when is this fucking guy not working? He's young, so.
Yeah. I mean, this would be the time to do it. He's got a massive career ahead of him still. So
Well, there's a writer's. Did that writer strike in, by the way, yet?
no, I think it's still going. I haven't
So he
heard of
can't even
anything.
do Spider-Man 4 yet, so.
Yeah, no, nothing that's been written yet. Yeah, so it's probably a good time to do it because nobody's writing any new shit. So
Yeah, there you go.
but yeah, man.
The other guy was Bryan Cranston, who it was first announced by the media. Whoever announced it didn't do their homework, obviously, that he was retiring, is what I read. And then I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? No way.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I was like, what?
Yeah. But Bryan Cranston came onto his Instagram and clarified that he was like, I want to set the record straight. I'm not retiring. What I'm going to do is hit the pause button for a year after I reach my 70th birthday in 2026. So 3 years basically, and then he's hitting a pause button for a year. It's kind of weird that he plans that much out. But I guess as an actor, you do line your schedule up for future projects.
Yeah, he may have shit planned for the next 3 years.
He may have
That's
already
why.
signed on for shit that takes up his next 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And he says, first, it's going to allow me to spend time with my wife, which they've been married for 34 years. And he says, in a way that I haven't been able to in the last 25, because, again, Bryan Cranston has done a ton of shit. But basically, he's saying, like, I want to spend more time, with my wife and everything. And his post was really long, actually. And basically, he was saying, secondly, he can kind of reset his career. After 2 decades of like unbelievable shit, which obviously arguably the best TV show of all time, he was the main character of, plus a ton of other movies. And he's saying when he does this, he's not going to be on social media anymore. He's just taking a full-blown break from the world, basically, to spend time with the wife and family. But that's 3 years away. So, you have to think that he's got shit lined up for 3 years that he has to do. And then after that, he's going to pause. So, which would be crazy if he actually retired. I was like, no. But thank God he's just like, nope, just a little pause because we need Bryan Cranston, bro. The guy's insane.
Yeah, he's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same way when I first saw that post. It's like he's saying he was retiring. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't know he was that old, actually, though. I didn't know he was in his late
67,
60s.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. Because he looks great, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
And so
They all do, bro.
Yeah.
For whatever, I mean, come on. They don't eat Whataburger or McDonald's, bro.
They're all vegans and stuff, probably. They got their personal shells.
They got the chef being like,
Yeah.
here you go, and it's good food. And they're like, it's actually healthy for you.
Yeah, you're going to lose weight when you eat that.
I'll be like, what do I do when I'm drunk? He's like, here you go. And it's like healthy drunk food, not like garbage plates or fucking Whataburger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple actors saying pause there for a second. And then you mentioned to me, and I did see this, of course, Bill Murray's got some shit that blew up the internet, actually.
Yeah, this is like a rumor, I guess. It hasn't been confirmed by either one of them. But there's a rumor that Bill Murray, who is 72, is dating
Old as balls.
Khalees, I guess is how you say it. 40. She's 43. I think is this the one that did the milk? Yeah, the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard song.
Okay. Yeah.
So there is rumors that those two are dating.
Saw this. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
30 years. And that's pretty crazy.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
So, yeah, and then I think when they asked her about it, she said, "Let's see, let me see." Asked if it said rap about her love relationship. She's like, "No, I'm not going to bother with it at all." And then she came out and said, "We're both rich, blessed, and rich and happy," or something. So they're being weird about it, man. But I guess that's a big rumor. I was like, "That's a massive."
How did that turn into a rumor?
Yeah, I mean, they must have been like, I guess. Sources claim. Okay, this says the sources claim the two bonded over the death of their spouses. Khalees's husband Mike Mora died in 2022. Murray's ex-wife Jennifer Butler, who he shared 4 siblings with, They divorced in 2008 though, but she died in 2021. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they're kind of close together when they passed away. I guess
Bill Murray's still got it in him to 30 years younger.
Maybe he'll be a new dad like De Niro and Al Pacino, bro.
Jesus.
These old guys is a trend now, bro.
Yeah,
they're knocking chicks
starting
up.
to. Maybe he's thinking like, I got to get on this fucking De Niro and Pacino train, bro. Start fucking these younger chicks and knock them up and get another kid. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking fuck with the kid when it's young.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
that was a little weird when I saw that. I was like, okay.
It really blew up the internet. I did see that and I was like, God damn, what the fuck, bro?
I mean, if they're happy, let's go live your life.
Yeah, more power to you. There you go.
Have fun.
Have fun. Have fun. And again, I'm more than certain that Bill Murray probably has to have assistance to get that thing up, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they all do.
100%.
There ain't no way, dude.
Yeah. Give him a medication.
Get
Getting
that
hard.
blue pill, baby.
Yeah.
Man,
Blue Chew.
I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to have to start taking that, bro.
I know. I always worry about that too. Luckily, I haven't had that issue yet.
I haven't either. Not sober.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a good point. When I'm shit-faced drunk, sometimes the guy doesn't want to hop in.
I will say, if you get nervous, sometimes it's possible.
Yeah.
Like in a new relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
But after that, it's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like that first time, if you get nervous, dude, it can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. And it's just part of it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then you start to get more comfortable with someone if you're dating. And then you're like, okay, I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, after you get comfortable, no issue there. But yeah, I don't want to have to take.
They say
anything.
like when you're older, I guess like you're starting to get into the older age and stuff, and you still have like morning wood when you wake up and shit.
Yeah,
like you're in good shape, bro.
Okay,
like,
good because I'm still waking
dude,
up.
I wake
with
up
that.
hard as a rock a lot, bro.
Yeah, I'm waking up with that.
That's
still.
because it's been a few months for me.
That's amazing too, bro. Whenever that happens, bro, because I wake up with that and I'm like, geez, I don't even have to prep this thing. It's already ready to rock. Let me pull up the Pornhub. Yeah. We're going down. I don't even have to fucking worry about this.
Yeah, I don't have to fucking.
Sometimes before I go to sleep, I pull the scene up, bro, and close the browser, and I'm like, got that ready for the morning.
You fucking pre-prep it, bro?
Bro, that way I don't have to scroll through 15 pages more than that, actually. By that time, the morning wood's gone. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I did take some screenshots, and I was going to see if at the end of the podcast, we have like some time or whatever. I'll bring that up.
Okay.
I brought something up because I thought it was fucking funny.
Okay.
But anyway, it has to do with porn, obviously. That's what we talk about a lot.
Jeez, I mean, who would have thought?
But anyway, yeah, I don't know when I'll have to start taking pills, but right now, apparently I'm good because I do wake up with morning wood a lot.
Yeah, same.
And then I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's just jerk this thing off real quick before I start my day.
Let me pull up my fucking scene that I pre-pulled up last night.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, this will be hot in the morning. Just close it down, bro.
Yeah.
Even just make sure you have the power to not start watching it, bro, and ruin it. Yeah. Like, damn it, I was waiting in the morning.
Yeah. Like, damn.
It happens, bro.
Yeah.
So
right.
Bill Murray's probably gotta have that.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, he's got the prescription for sure.
Yeah, he called De Niro and Pacino's doc for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, man. A couple things, and then we've got some pretty nuts sports news that came out this past week. That was really cool for both of us to talk about. By the way, would you please talk about, is it Chris Gaines or Garth Brooks? Which one? I don't know. What should I call it?
Yeah, it's Garth Brooks has come out and said that he wants to do 5 more Chris Gaines albums. And I don't know, in 1999, this was a big deal when this happened. Garth Brooks put out this album, The Life of Chris Gaines, and it was fucking terrible.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
This guy,
he turned into a different person, like a character, basically.
Yeah, it was
right?
Well, yeah, because the story behind this thing was there was going to be a movie.
Oh, okay.
And it was called The Life of Chris Gaines. It was going to be a movie. But then some moron at the studio said, let's release the soundtrack before the movie so it'll get some hype. Well, it didn't get any hype because this is Garth Brooks, who's dominating country music at this time.
Yeah, of course.
And so they put it out, and it's a weird emo type kind of country / I don't know what it was.
He definitely had that haircut looking
yeah,
like,
he looks like he's the lead singer of fucking My Chemical Romance in the picture.
Because tonight's going to be the night.
Yeah.
All those
when I look
TikToks.
at this picture, I'm like, that's what he should be singing.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it bombed like crazy. The people were like, what the fuck is this shit? And it was awful. And then...
yeah, I remember. Dude, he was on like SNL playing a song.
Yeah, and they did like a behind the music like mockumentary about it. Yeah, it was fucking weird.
It was weird. I remember that.
And so, but then he just came out this past week and said he wants to make 5 more Chris Gaines albums. Like,
interesting.
Bro, the first one bombed. Like, what are you talking? And he said he wanted to do it for him.
Bro.
Because I think there was supposed to be like a string of these things back then. But clearly it didn't.
But then it didn't work.
Yeah, so their labels shut that shit down. His label probably shut that shit down.
Was this after he took like a massive break and then he came back as Chris Gaines? Or
No. He took that massive break after this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or a few years after that. But like the
'Cause I
funny
watched
thing
that
about that,
documentary on Netflix.
there was so much fucking criticism about it, and it didn't actually. I wouldn't technically say it bombed. It sold 2 million records.
Well, it's because it's Garth Brooks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't do anything wrong back then. But I mean, people
Right.
didn't like it, dude. But they fucking bought it. And so
Well, you had to buy albums back then. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, you had to. Otherwise, you couldn't listen to it, except for the singles on TV or whatever. But you had
Yeah.
to buy the album.
But yeah, so he was at this thing this last weekend, CMA Fest event. Somebody asked him about Chris Gaines' albums in the future. He says, yeah, there's 5 of them. He said the 5 albums have to come out. So I don't know if they're already done or if he needs to still work on them. I don't know.
Good Lord, man. What if he's got 5 in the pipe?
Yeah.
Ready to just fucking
Just ready
throw
to
them out
fucking,
there.
like the shit that he recorded back in the 90s.
How old is this guy, by the way?
He's he may be 60 now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Got to be, right? I mean, Jesus, he's got to be. I've 5 albums, bro.
That's crazy,
Like,
right?
okay, so you're done being Garth Brooks then? Because I mean, 5 albums. That's like fucking. I mean, how often are you planning to release one? Like every year?
Yeah,
every 5 months?
Yeah, I don't know. He's 61 years old, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, let's be honest, bro. Garth Brooks can do whatever the fuck he wants. It doesn't matter if anybody likes it or not. It doesn't.
Yeah.
He's got so much money. He's got fuck you money.
Yeah, no, he's the biggest selling solo artist of all time.
Exactly.
He still is.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he has
It
so
doesn't
much
matter
money.
if anybody, he'd be like, I don't give a shit. I'll do whatever I want. I'm releasing it again.
Yeah. He's at the point in his life, I guess, where he's just like, fuck it. I don't care.
He's so good, but I will say this. After watching that documentary on Netflix, which was great, by the way,
Yeah.
he's a weird fucker.
He's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah. He's
Which
out
is
there.
weird because he's from Oklahoma.
Right.
And I'm like, I wasn't born there, but I spent 15 years there, forced to spend 15 years. Let me make sure that's clear. I was forced to spend 15 years there.
Yeah.
Most people are cool there, like pretty normal or whatever. But yeah, Garth Brooks is from there, and I'm like, this guy's weird. He's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think hitting it big and everything may have had something to do that. He's a fucking weird dude, man.
Yeah, because, I mean, his whole stuff didn't happen overnight, but once he kind of put out his first album and everything, I mean, it kind of blew up.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of that, his next album got even bigger. I mean, he started doing stadiums and shit really early on in his career. So
Jesus, last time he was in Dallas.
He played like 5 fucking nights or something like
5
that.
or 6 nights at the American Airlines Center because it just kept selling out.
Yeah, they couldn't stop buying tickets for that thing.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, let the guy spend more than 1 week over here, I guess. But
He'll take the money, bro.
But yeah, so I guess he's at this point of his career where he's like, I can do whatever I want.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's about money for him anymore. Of course, he does not let his music go anywhere. He makes money off his music still.
Amazon, right?
Yeah, that's the only place you can listen to Garth Brooks music. You can't do it on Spotify or Apple Music.
You weren't even able to do that. Like, that hasn't been a thing for very long.
Yeah.
Because remember, we were hanging out one day. We were trying to listen to Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
We were searching on YouTube, and you couldn't find it.
No.
You couldn't find it.
It was all like cover shit or whatever. Somebody doing like it wasn't him doing it.
It wasn't him.
Yeah. So I was like,
They fucking have that shit on lockdown, bro.
Yeah, dude.
If you go out there right now on YouTube, first of all, you should be watching us live on YouTube.
Yeah.
At Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yes.
But if you go out there on YouTube after this episode's over, and search for Garth Brooks music, you can't find it.
Yeah.
Like
you can't.
actual Garth Brooks.
There's
It's like
no-
Leaf said, it's covers.
There's no live performances. There's
Nothing.
no just like lyric videos. Nothing.
Nothing. There are lyric videos out there, but it's like Leaf said, it's covers.
Yeah, it's like a karaoke version of it.
And you can tell it's not Garth Brooks.
Yeah, no.
It's not the actual version. So whoever he hired for that, they got that shit on lockdown,
Yeah,
bro.
they go up there and they like fucking DMAC it or whatever. Like
Somebody
take it down.
probably will upload it and it's gone quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
He just has a whole team just 24/7, bro.
Yeah, just like
Just searching Garth Brooks
every
over
30
and over on-
seconds, bro, just fucking hitting search. I'm like, holy shit.
That's how you know your career. You're like, I got enough money
Yeah.
to do whatever the fuck. Yeah.
He does, bro.
So that's weird, man. I'm not.
What's his net worth? Here,
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
gonna ask you.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up, and I want you to guess.
I know he's not a billionaire yet. I know that.
Really?
No.
Okay.
500 million?
Close.
Is that too high?
It's a little too high,
Okay.
according to this website. I mean, these are fucking.
Yeah, they're not 100%.
You never know.
Yeah.
What I see here is 400 million.
Okay. That's so much.
Yeah, like we said, he's got fuck you money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, of course, he's so famous and he has been for so long now.
Yeah.
But I will say, just to wrap up the releasing 5 albums as Chris Gaines again, like, and the whole thing, like, he's a fucking weird dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch that documentary, I mean, it's great. It's a good documentary,
Yeah, it is.
and it's long as fuck. It's like 2 parts. You can see his upbringing and how he was kind of normal. He's an emotional guy too. You can tell, but yeah, he's a weird motherfucker. I mean, he's weird, bro.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, I mean, do what you want to do, man. You've obviously.
I wouldn't be listening to anybody. I'd be like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
do.
mean, he's in that position where you just like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
He's a hell of an entertainer, though.
Yeah.
When he's on stage, if you see some of that stuff, like, he doesn't just sit there, and he runs around. He's a fucking maniac.
Yeah. Yeah. He's.
I don't know about now because he's 60,
Right.
but I'm saying back in the day, he did that HBO special, for example.
Yeah.
Insane. If you've ever seen that, insane.
Yeah.
The performance was nuts. It was in Central Park.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when it was Steve Wynn from Vegas, Wynn Casinos,
Oh yeah.
wanted him to come do it like a residency. And Garth Brooks says, "You can't afford me, bro." And of course, he paid him so much money. And so whenever he had to go do the shows, he says, "I have to come back to Oklahoma because this is when he was on his break." And so because he was raising his daughters, he was trying to get them to graduate high school and get on with their lives before he did music full time again. Well, Steve Wynn said, "I'm going to send my private jet to you and bring you to each show, and then I'll fly you back." And like he spent so much money getting Garth Brooks, and it was worth it. And I saw they did release like a thing on. I saw it on a TV show. That whole residency, I think he did it for like 5 years, and they were all sold out. You couldn't get tickets for it,
Of course.
and it was just him and his guitar, bro. It wasn't a full band.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, shit, he sold all those out like that, and people just went to it. I mean, that's all he had to do, dude. And he was just telling stories about his songs and shit, and then he would play them, and then it was insane.
Nuts. There you go.
He's a that's a superstar, man.
You'll
right
get
there.
you'll get some new music from Garth Brooks, aka Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
5 albums apparently. So there you go.
Yeah, 5 more is coming, he said.
All right. Well, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube or see us on YouTube or found us on YouTube, make sure you hit that sub button for us, man. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay. Another thing that came out, and this is a RIP segment, I guess. I say I guess because I guess.
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski died, bro, this past week. The infamous Unabomber, who carried out a 17-year bombing campaign that killed 3 people and injured 23 others. He apparently died by suicide in prison. I didn't really read up too much about this other than the fact that it was basically they determined it was suicide. He was 81 years old, bro, and he was suffering from late-stage cancer in the prison.
Yeah, he probably didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, exactly. So he basically it says suicide, and that's all I've read about it actually. But the Unabomber thing was so goddamn big back in the day. Holy shit, they couldn't figure out who the fucking guy was, man.
Yeah, because he was off the grid, bro.
Yeah.
He lived in a forest in some cabin.
Yeah,
and he didn't pay electricity. He didn't have electricity. He didn't do. I mean, you couldn't find.
There's a ton of shit out there on the Unabomber.
Oh yeah, and I was fucking. They caught him back when I was in high school, and I was just like,
yeah, this was in the 90s, like mid to early 90s.
I was like deep into this whole story. I was like, man, what the fuck? Because I read everything there was on. I watched whatever I could on it, and it was crazy, dude.
Dude committed to 16 bombings from 78 to 1995.
Yeah, that's when they finally caught him.
That's insane.
The way they caught him was crazy because he sent in this big manifesto thing to a newspaper.
I remember
and said,
that.
Post this in there. People need to read what I have to say. And he's like, if you don't, I'm going to blow up some shit. And so they put it in there. And his brother read that in the paper one day. And he's like, man, this sounds like shit our mom used to say. It says, sounds exactly like Ted. What he would say.
Yeah.
And so that he went to the police and told them, yeah, this sounds like my brother Ted, and he lives over here. And that's how they got him.
By the way, in Montana.
Yeah.
Which, like you said, there's nothing there.
Yeah, he was in a cabin, dude. He lived off the land. He killed his fucking animals to eat, and he just didn't have electricity or a phone or nothing, dude.
Yeah, and when they went to that cabin, I remember that. I remember the investigation or whatever, and it had a massive explosives in there and fucking 2 bombs that were ready to rock, bro. And I'm like, of course, he's been doing it for 17 years.
Yeah.
He's got those things ready to rock, bro. Jesus. The whole story of the Unabomber was nuts, bro. And like I said, there's a ton of documentaries out there about him.
Yeah.
But 81 and late stage cancer, apparently committed suicide. So pretty nuts how he got away with that for so long, bro.
Yeah. He's burning in hell now for sure, though. So that's good.
Yeah. Hopefully he's got Miller Lite and Keystone down there for us.
He should.
Because God knows we'll be down there at some point, Ted.
Yeah, I got so many questions, bro.
Although, Jesus, you killed people, so fuck you. It's going to be like the devil. The devil's going to be way worse on people that did shit like that than us.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Adam Sandler Little Nicky movie where he bangs, the devil bangs Hitler with a pine cone in the ass.
Yeah.
That's those types of people get, bro.
Yeah.
We get just, beer.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
We'll give you some beer.
Yeah. It's hot.
You just said some fucked up shit. That's all.
Yeah.
You didn't kill anybody.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Mm-hmm. So, do we say R.I.P. Ted Kaczynski, or do we say good riddance, motherfucker?
Good riddance, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly, for doing that.
You killed people, bro.
Yeah. Crazy to me. Go out there and watch some Unabomber documentaries. There's a ton out there.
Oh, yeah. And when you listen to interviews with him and stuff, he's crazy, insanely smart, but he's out there too.
He had to be fucking crazy, insanely smart to get away with what he did, bro. Yeah. For that long. They couldn't fucking figure it out, dude. I remember that.
Yeah, they couldn't. They didn't know.
Yeah.
And they had that one picture where he had the hood on and the glasses and his mustache, and that was it. That's all they had to go on, and they still couldn't find him.
Yeah, they couldn't, dude. Whew. Man, crazy times, bro. Another one bites the dust. One of those famous fucking people.
Yep.
By that shit. I'm sure he had a girlfriend in jail, too. Those fucking weirdos that love those guys that do that shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
They get more pussy than we do.
Yeah. Those serial killers.
Yeah.
Those chicks are all wanting to fuck them and stuff. It's crazy.
Send them nudes and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Send nudes to the Eskimo Brothers podcast.
Exactly.
The hell?
Yeah. We're not over here
Jesus.
killing people.
Yeah, we're just drinking a lot and want to fucking see those tits, baby.
Want to fuck.
I want to fuck.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, tons of crazy sports news out there this week, which was really blowing up this shit. A big fucking, speaking of bombs, a big bomb went off in the world of golf this past week. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely talked about Live Golf and the PGA thing when that happened. There's I don't know, I guess a sports documentary out there on Netflix called Full Swing that followed the PGA Tour, and then the whole thing about Live Golf happened while they were filming. Hell yes, because it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Saudi Arabia started a golf league, and then just started poaching PGA Tour players by giving them hundreds of millions of dollars. And they were guaranteed this money no matter what they did in the tournaments. And we were like, I would do that in a heartbeat. Why the
Yeah.
fuck would you not? PGA suspended these people from their tour. Like, you can't participate in PGA events.
Yep.
They could participate in the majors because PGA doesn't control that.
Right.
The commissioner of PGA was like, these people are not welcome anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And we're like, there's so much fucking money out there.
Yeah, and they told their current PGA players to stay and be loyal to them because they were going to take care of them and shit and all this stuff.
And they changed rules. They were like,
Yeah.
purse money's going up.
Yep.
They guaranteed that the top stars were going to be playing in more tournaments, because some of those tournaments, top stars would be like, I'm not playing in that.
Yeah, there's little ones between the big one. Yeah.
But they guaranteed that they're going to play, like, we're talking Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they all stayed, even though Tiger Woods was offered like $700 million.
Yeah, almost $1 billion or something.
Yeah.
It was an insane number. Yeah.
To go to Live Golf. Now, big ones, obviously, Phil Mickelson went to Live Golf. Dustin Johnson went.
Brooks.
Ian Poulter, Brooks Koepka. Yeah. Now, I think this is what happened, because the PGA massive major happened, and Brooks Koepka won
Yeah.
because he's a great golfer,
Mm-hmm.
and he obviously golfs for Live.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we get this news this past week. Now Live Golf and PGA are merging.
Yeah.
Now this pissed a lot of people off, bro,
Yeah.
at PGA, because they were so hard on fuck Live Golf, and obviously they took some money, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That had to happen.
Well, yeah, they told their players not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a slap to the face to all those guys that was
That
loyal.
stayed. Yeah.
And because they could have got a payday and then came right back. Because the whole thing was they were happy that those guys got banned from PGA.
Yeah, they were.
But now they can come back. They're back. And they got their 200, 300 million, whatever they got paid from Live still.
Some of those guys got so much money.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's a big fuck you to your PGA guys.
Yep.
Because PGA got paid for sure
100%.
to do this.
This definitely makes the commissioner look like a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a cocksucker.
There's no way that this guy did not get a ton of money about
And
this.
the guy that was mad the most looks like Rory McIlroy, man. His interviews that
He was the
doing,
big front guy basically speaking out about this.
Yeah.
Live, like when it was announced.
Yeah.
Roy was kind of like the top PGA guy being like, fuck Live Golf.
Mm. Yeah, and he still says that. He's like,
Yeah.
I still hate Live.
I saw that.
And he's just like, man, fuck this shit. It's like, this is not good for PGA golf, is what he's saying, basically.
I'm like so shocked by this when it came out. I was like, what the fuck? I always wanted them to like be like, fuck, have two separate golf leagues, fine, but then do like a tournament versus each other.
Yeah.
And that would be cool.
That'd
Now
be
they're
cool.
merging, and I'm like, oh.
It's
these
probably
fucking-
because of that whole win that Brooks
Oh, yeah, because PGA's like, we can't have the Live golfers
winning
beating our players.
winning our tournament.
But I'm like, good fucking luck, because Brooks Koepka, it's not like Live didn't get badass golfers.
yeah.
These guys can play. Dustin Johnson, hello.
Yeah.
He's the number one golfer in the world for a while.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, dude. But like I said, I always said, if you get guaranteed money meaning it doesn't matter what you do in the tournaments.
Yeah.
And DJ was on that documentary. He said, I made the decision for my family.
Yeah.
This is security for the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you blame a guy?
Because even though at the time, even though he was such a great golfer, he's probably not making that.
No, he got more money than he ever did in in earnings.
And if he played his whole career in PGA, he probably still wouldn't make that much. So it makes total sense to take that.
Now, once again, this pisses a lot of people off as well because a lot of people were like, these fucking people are taking blood money from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, fucking get off your high horse. If they offered you $100 million, you'd be like, where do I sign?
Yeah.
It pissed off a lot of people, though. And a lot of people are saying they're never going to watch golf again because of how the PGA basically went to bed with Saudi Arabia and all that. There's a lot of people that say they're never going to watch golf again, dude.
Yeah.
But the fucking commissioner of PGA looks like a piece of shit. That's literally what it looks like.
Yeah, he does for sure.
I think for sure that he is a piece of shit. And the people that went over to live are just fucking laughing their ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Because they still, like you said, they still get all
Yeah.
of that fucking money.
Yeah.
By the way, Brooks Koepka went on one of the most incredible binges of his life after winning that.
I saw that.
Yeah, that guy's a goddamn beast.
He's like
bro.
a Florida Panthers fucking hockey game.
He went on like no sleep. There's no way this guy did not take drugs.
Yeah, no, he was on speed for sure.
100%. I thought that was greatness. But, yeah, it's crazy to me, man.
But hey, man, I mean, it is what it is, dude.
Also, I just want to throw this out there real quick. And not to say like anything, crazy or whatever, but Live Golf, their tournaments were played at a lot of golf courses that were owned by the Trump organization.
Mm-hmm.
And how is that going to work? And because they're going to want to play at those golf clubs as well.
Yeah.
And PGA has been like big on like, oh, nothing like that. We got to get away from that.
Yeah.
So I'm just laughing about it, bro. This is funny. The PGA looks like such like fucking pussies, dude. Jay Monahan, the PGA commissioner, he looks like such a bitch.
Yeah.
There's no way this guy didn't get fucking pocketed $100 million or some shit.
He got a ton of money.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about like
what a hypocrite fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. Exactly.
I just want to see all the best golfers in the world playing golf.
Yeah, against each other.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, good God, bro. Money talks, baby.
Yeah, it's like I said, man. Everybody's got a price, dude.
Yeah.
Even the commissioner of golf, who was talking shit the whole time,
Yeah.
he's got his price too. And apparently, it didn't come out to say what it was, but it might, and you'll see. You'll see what that guy's number was.
I mean, that's the only way he would change his mind and agree to this, right? Or, I mean, I don't know if he gets the final say-so of that, but I'm sure he has some massive weight behind the decision.
No, definitely.
Yeah. So funny, bro. Oh, God. Get ready for some more news about that because, and by the way, Full Swing, the documentary on Netflix, tweeted out, they were like, you better believe that we were filming during this for season 2. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
This is going to be good, bro. I love it.
Yeah. It's going to be funny. Yeah. And
Content, baby.
I imagine there's going to be some dust ups and stuff with the old.
Mm-hmm.
What if like Rory and fucking Koepka get paired together or something? That'll be fucking fun to watch.
I love it. I hope they fist fight.
Yeah, they'll fucking throw hands on fucking
Brooks
whole
Koepka
nine, bro.
would just be like, you're such a bitch.
Yeah.
Because Rory, stood his ground for what he believed was right, which is fine. But he's kind of, he went a long time without winning shit.
Yeah.
Rory, after he won some. So, Brooks just won a goddamn major. So there you go. I don't remember when the last major that Rory won, but he went a long time without winning.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So it's so great. I haven't even looked up. I didn't look up like what most of the golfers were saying about this. I did see Rory's comments. I haven't seen Tiger comment on this. I haven't seen Spieth comment on this. I'd like to.
Yeah.
We'll dive more into it.
Rory's been the biggest one.
He's been that way
outspoken.
since again. Yeah.
Yeah, since the whole thing started.
We'll dig more into this and keep talking about this because this is very interesting for sure. And there'll be news that comes out. definitely.
Yeah.
So there you go. Another talking about money. Let's talk about money and athletes because they're way overpaid and they always will be in our lifetime.
Yes.
A massive one though, and we talked about this guy a little bit because we thought he was going to a Saudi Arabia team because apparently we know they have an endless supply of cash.
Yeah.
Over there. Lionel Messi. He is not going to a Saudi Arabia team. He's coming here, baby.
coming.
MLS.
Yeah, United States.
To Miami. He has committed to coming to Inter Miami FC, which is part of Major League Soccer over here.
Yeah, it's David Beckham owns some of that, or I think he's
probably. Oh yeah, you're probably right. Actually,
yeah, David Beckham owns that team. He's like the majority owner of the team.
Okay. Which, by the way, no one watches Major League Soccer
No,
because it's one of the lowest leagues ever.
yeah, it's because it's in USA.
When you play FIFA, you don't want to be on an MLS team.
No,
You want to be
I'm
on
over
a
in the
fucking-
EPL, baby.
Yeah, you want to be over in the EPL. Exactly. However, Messi, who, he's getting up there in age. We think he won the World Cup with Argentina this past year, and we're like, he's old enough to where I'm pretty sure that's his last World Cup.
Right. Well, that's what these guys do over there in the EPL because there's such a high level of competition. So when they get older, they're like, I can go to the US and still dominate.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true. And I mean, you're talking about Messi,
Beckham did it. There's so many of them have come over here.
It's
to
true.
do this. Yeah, because when they were older, they couldn't hang with the EPL. So
and Beckham came over and played for LA Galaxy for a while
Yeah.
and was pretty good still. And Messi will do the same thing because, yes, he's older, but he has been arguably the best soccer player in the world for a long time.
oh, absolutely.
But yeah, so he's committed to going. Now, after this happened, the tickets for MLS went up. Secondary ticket sales for the actual club Inter Miami FC increased 28 times since this. And regular fans can expect to pay 4 times as much to see those matches. Opponents are also seeing a bump as well when they play Inter Miami. So, for example, if Inter Miami comes into Dallas to play Dallas FC, the tickets are going to be insane
Yeah,
because Messi will be on the field. Or, excuse me, the pitch.
the pitch.
Yeah. I just want to say, I think I read that average tickets were like $39 before this for Inter Miami, and then it increased to like $477 after this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean that might have changed since I've seen news about this, but that's what I think I originally read. And then of course the season tickets for the Inter Miami FC sold out immediately.
Oh yeah, of course.
They're gone.
Yeah,
All the tickets are gone.
Yeah, I mean, you got a
'Cause
chance to see one of the greatest soccer players to ever step foot.
An international superstar.
Yeah.
is what he is basically.
Yeah, 100%.
And so pretty crazy. I haven't seen any sort of financial payment to Messi
Yeah, I haven't seen his
because
contract.
he turned down like $300 million a year
Yeah, it was the contract was 1.1 billion
for like what, 2 years?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. Insane amount of money.
So I haven't seen how much he's going to make. Maybe I've missed it or I haven't seen looked it up, but yeah, I mean, the dude is going to be good Lord. And if, by the way, they're saying in Miami where they play, there's 18,000 seats. Where he was playing in Barcelona forever, there's 100,000.
Yeah, because I mean, soccer is obviously much more bigger overseas.
18,000 seats is not enough to go watch Messi.
It's like a fucking.
Miami.
That's like a high school football.
Inter
stadium.
Miami needs to move, like start playing at like fucking the Dolphin Stadium or something.
Yeah,
Or something. If they can make it happen, I don't know. But there's going to be people that fly just to see this guy play.
yeah.
Everywhere.
Great fucking move by Beckham, by the way. He just boosted that whole fucking team's value up so much.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter how much he paid him. He's going to make all. Obviously, the ticket prices are skyrocketing and they're sold out. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a very smart move, by the way.
And by the way, think about percentage of jersey sales
Oh yeah,
and merch.
oh yeah, because
That'll be up there.
that'll be the next headline we'll see. His fucking jersey sales for that Inter Miami jersey is going to be insane.
Yeah.
Every fucking kid's going to be wearing that shit in Florida, bro.
Yeah. Or everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all over the fucking country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Insane, dude. I
maybe
can't
this is a
believe
good thing for MLS, man. Because I mean, you don't hear about MLS that
It's
much.
so boring, bro, when you
it's
watch
not,
it.
Well, I mean, US doesn't have the greatest athletes as far as soccer goes. I mean, you'll see a guy every
No.
once in a while come out like God damn, I'm blanking on it. What was his name? Guy from Texas, the big one. Clint. What was his last name? Clint.
Oh, yeah, of course.
USA team.
He's retired now.
Yeah,
Clint
yeah.
Dempsey.
Dempsey, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you have those guys come out every once in a while, but it's nothing like England, bro.
No,
those guys live and breathe fucking football.
Dempsey went over to the EPL and was basically like a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, he was not that good.
Right.
Yeah.
He just shined when he was on the USA team.
I mean, I would say he was good, but he was not like
Yeah, he wasn't
top notch.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
one of the top players in the EPL, obviously.
No, he was not.
But like every once in a while, like there's guys come from the US that can go and play in the EPL. They can hang at least. But I mean, it's not a lot. I mean, there's not a ton of Americans over there dominating.
No, it's our top players of all time. Like Dempsey, Landon Donovan went over there for a
Yeah.
while. Tim Howard was a goalie over there forever. Now Tim Howard was great
Yeah.
as a keeper for Everton forever, and he was obviously an amazing goalie for USA Nationals. And all those guys were. But those are the guys that can't that's it though. You got like one guy
Yeah.
off the national USA team that does that. Now, what's his name? Pulisic.
Yeah.
He was on Chelsea. I think he transferred or something. I don't know. But he's the type of player that can do that. But that's just one guy.
Yeah.
The other guys cannot. They dominate MLS.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but then like those guys have nothing compared to the EPL.
Right.
Or where Messi was with Ronaldo, that league. La
La
Liga.
Liga, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the competition overseas is so much better. And like, I mean, like I said, MLS is soccer over here in America is like just bottom tier. Like, I mean, it's football, baseball, hockey. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And basketball. Those are the top four. And
I've never been to a Dallas FC game,
no,
and I don't.
we've been to the stadium, but we haven't seen the
for a USA
yeah.
national team. Yeah,
But we haven't seen the actual whatever it is, FC Dallas or whatever they call themselves.
FC Dallas. Oh yeah, I said Dallas FC. Sorry. See, I don't even know this fucking team because I have no desire to go see them.
Apparently, the newest one is FC Austin. They're supposed to have a pretty good team, but I don't watch MLS, so
Because it sucks.
yeah, it's not good soccer, dude.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of Americans running around trying to score and they can't.
Yeah. Dude, believe it or not, I swear to God, you can look up the salaries of players. Like me and you make more a year than those guys.
Yeah, these guys have to get jobs.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
But that just goes to show you how it's not big here.
yeah, it's not a big sport here.
Yeah.
And so they're just waiting around, bro. They're like waiting for something like this to happen.
Yeah.
Like when he's
This
too
is
old to
definitely gonna
compete
boost-
in those leagues over there, he's like, I can dominate in America still, so hopefully we can get him.
You're right. This is definitely going to boost MLS. I mean, every game that guy plays in, no matter where it is going to be sold out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like you said, when he comes to FC Dallas, it's gonna be insane.
I'm not going to be able to go.
No.
I would go, though, just for that reason, just see Messi play.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay $400 to see it, but
No, hell no. I would go. I say I would go. I'm not going to pay.
you're right.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's see. Another weird league out there that we've talked about a little bit, the XFL, which our team won the championship. Arlington, baby.
Yeah, and I really
Arlington
didn't know
Renegades. Woo. Yeah, I know. I saw that on social media. I was like, yay.
about it. Yeah,
We won the XFL championship.
sure.
Woohoo.
That means so much to the
First
city.
title in DFW in like 12 years.
Yeah.
Yay.
and nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it because no
Yeah.
one cares.
Yeah.
And the report came out that in 2023, when XFL had that try like 3 or 4 years ago, and then they stopped, and then The Rock got involved with investors and bought it
Yeah,
with an investor group, and they like restarted the whole thing. And this past year was their first year at attempting on this. Well, it came out that this past year they lost around $60 million in the whole season, which doesn't surprise me because no one cares about the XFL.
right.
No one cares about these secondary football leagues that are trying to rival the NFL. It's never going to happen. Stop. Otherwise, you're going to lose $60 million. And this is a report that came out, recently. Let's see if they actually try to have the league next year, because the investors don't lose money like this and say, let's do it again.
Yeah, they're probably on the phone with The Rock right now.
This ain't like $1 million or two.
no.
This is $60 million.
Yeah, and like I said, we said this before. I don't know why people keep trying.
There's no point.
And of course, it's just like trying to do it too. Obviously, if you try to do it during the football season, you're going to get dominated. But if you try
100%.
after the end of when the NFL's not playing, you try to do it. But still, you're not getting big names. You're getting these fucking these guys that didn't make the fucking NFL teams in training camp or whatever, you're getting those guys.
You're getting people lower than practice squad.
Yeah. And so,
because there's guys that stay on practice
and
squads.
that's all you're going to get.
Exactly.
Because anybody in the top college athletes that are like, oh, I can't wait to play in the XFL or the USFL.
Never
Like,
gonna
no,
happen.
they're going to get drafted by NFL teams, and that's where they're going to go play.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make sense.
The NFL's way too big now, dude.
Yeah.
Way too. Like back in the day when the NFL wasn't as big, you had, what was it, AFL?
Yeah.
Where like Jim Kelly went for a while.
Right. Yeah.
That was when it was like questionable.
Right.
But then the NFL took over.
Right.
And then ever since then, they've become this fucking massive powerhouse. You're not going to even get close.
The only way you're going to compete with the NFL is if this Saudi guy that owns Live decides to
That's
start
true.
it because he can pay them.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
XFL can't pay like a Josh Allen money.
No.
So this
Not even close.
The Saudis got to come over and say, "Hey, Josh Allen, you want a $500 million to play?" And he'd be like, oh, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Exactly.
So that's
you're
how
right.
you can.
You're right.
That's the only way. You have to be able to pay these guys to come play in your shitty league, and then, but that's never going to happen, dude.
It's never going to happen.
Because the NFL is $1 billion business. They're massive.
They're
You
just too
you can't
big.
you can't take them down, dude.
You can't fuck with
Never
the NFL. They're bigger than the PGA Tour.
Yeah,
100%.
it's the biggest fucking league here in America, dude.
Yeah, and they're trying to go international. They've
Yeah.
been doing that.
Yeah.
There's more international games this year again
Yeah,
than last
yeah.
year.
They're trying to get NFL kicked up again.
Yeah.
That whole NFL Europe thing they did a while back, they didn't work out, but
It seems like they're
it
doing
looks like
it
they're
better
going to
now.
try it, dude. Because I think there's more interest over there now. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
100%. Yeah. I mean, they get the Jaguars every week, but
You can't just start up a fucking football team or league in America and expect to fucking do anything.
I don't think so. It's just not happening.
Unless
By
you
the
like
way-
burning money, $60 million.
Yeah,
apparently.
and we have to sit there and watch an XFL game with fucking Ben DiNucci as a starting quarterback. Like, well, get the fuck out of here. This is so bad, dude. Well, that's what I said about the USFL and XFL is, yeah, sure, you can get guys that are athletic as hell and can run, of course.
Yeah.
But you have to watch a quarterback that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And when the quarterback play blows, it's awful. There's 15 guys in the NFL that fucking suck at quarterback.
Yeah.
There's only like 15 quarterbacks in the NFL that are worth a shit, and
Yeah.
even some of those suck.
Mhm.
Like Dak is a top 15 quarterback probably. I'd put him like 15 probably. But, you know, he can make plays and stuff and make it happen, but sometimes he's not great. And it's just like, oh. And then you have fucking quarterbacks out there like fucking who play for the Texans, and you're like, this is awful.
Yeah.
This is awful. Like, there's not 15 quarterbacks. Like, it's so bad. So you're getting bottom of the barrel, like, and they're like running routes, and they're like, ugh, and it's like at their feet, and you're like, can't watch this, dude.
Yeah. It's,
So, but you only have a select few of elite quarterbacks that are great to watch, and they're playing the NFL, and they're not going to go anywhere else, dude.
yeah. Yeah. Because first of all, you can't pay them.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's just, I mean, it's the NFL. You just, I mean, they're going to be there before
It's
they
where
go.
every kid wants to play, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to the USFL, bro, or XFL. And USFL is still a thing, by the way. The games were on yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I told you, when I was in air, that was on a live TV thing, and I was like, Jesus, that's still a fucking league?
Yeah. I had no idea, actually. I didn't know that was going on.
There's no way I'm going to watch that. We attempted to last year. We watched one game, I think, and we were like, this is so fucking
We
bad.
couldn't even get to halftime, I don't think. I was
Yeah.
like, this is fucking awful.
It's so bad. So, yeah, I'm interested. Will the XFL have a season in 2024 after losing $60 million, reportedly?
Yeah.
Let's see how much Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's going to pull into those fucking pockets after his mediocre acting performances over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Speaking of NFL, and then we're going to get into some Rangers news before we do a couple things to get out of here. I wanted to say, I did pull this up, and you actually mentioned that the NFL's investigating an Indianapolis Colts player for another gambling violation now. Remember, like, 3 or 4 episodes, we talked about how there's some people that got suspended for gambling.
Yeah.
This guy's the same way. Not a big name.
Yeah, he hasn't been suspended yet, but he's getting investigated for it. His name's Isaiah Rogers Sr. And it says that if the claims are proven true, a hefty punishment should be expected. This guy has actually a lot of the players that we've read about or reported on, they weren't betting on their own team games. This guy is reportedly he bet on his actual team. He placed hundreds of wagers, is what the source told, and some of the wagers were placed on the Colts, his actual team that he was playing for. So
That's
like I said, they're investigating it now. Hasn't been proven yet, but it looks like it might be because it looks like this source has a ton of evidence. So another one.
I gotta say, props to you because I believe when we talked about this, you were saying that like it's gonna be more and more players.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. And these aren't big name players, but
Right.
these are like these role kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
What I read here was like, since Stephon Gilmore was traded to the Cowboys, like he was gonna basically be in line to start or compete for the starting job.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You were right. This shit's gonna keep popping up, dude. These guys are gonna. You can't tell me these motherfuckers don't place some wagers on not maybe not football, but just anything.
Yeah. Like we said, the last report we did, there was like 4 players. One of them was a Washington player. They were placing bets on property while they were working out and stuff, but it was on other sports. It was like maybe a horse race or some shit or whatever. It wasn't actually football because football wasn't going on. But because they were doing it on, I don't know if you can do it off the training facility or whatever. But
Probably not.
They were doing it on there, so that's how they got buzzed. Some fucking cowboy probably said, "Those guys are in there betting."
Yeah,
and
like we
fucking
said,
ratted on them.
They wanted a fucking
Yeah.
promotion. They were like, I got some great news, like some inside information.
Yeah.
If you pay me or promote me.
So yeah, and I mean, this sports betting's a massive business.
Like I said.
and you'd be stupid to think that these guys aren't doing that.
NFL's already partnered with DraftKings,
Yeah,
so they're like, you're telling me these players can't do anything. Like I said, I think they should not be able to bet on football,
yeah,
but anything else is fair game.
yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah. I don't understand the problem.
Yeah.
They're not fucking betting
I don't
on their
see
own shit.
why,
Now,
like,
betting on your own thing, like we said, with this, if this guy did that,
yeah.
you definitely need a punishment.
Because it's easy for somebody like Josh Allen to be like, we're going to lose this game. And he goes out and throws 3 picks or whatever. like that,
Or fucking like
because he can control the game, obviously.
or like a ref.
Yeah.
That's like the fucking Donahue guy from the NBA. That's a great fucking 30 for 30, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
Because you actually saw like what happened, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, that was so. The NBA's fucking rigged, bro.
Yeah. It's fucking corrupt as shit.
There's no way it's not, and the NFL might be as well. I mean, there's been some questionable things that have happened.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to wonder sometimes if those refs or players have some fucking money on some shit, because it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
There's some shit going on, dude. When you have that much money involved, it's always corrupt, dude. There's always something.
Exactly. So there you go. Like
But
I
yeah,
said,
like-
though, okay, you were right, bro. This is another player. And I mean, like I said, it's not a big name player, but
Yeah.
this could be just another domino, bro, that goes.
Like, yeah, I know Calvin Ridley's probably the biggest name we've heard so far.
Yeah, I think-
There's going to be another one. There's going to be a massive player that we're going to see that got busted for it. Somebody's going to turn him in or some shit. Who knows? But
I have to say, you're probably right
yeah,
again.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. This is definitely in the last guy we heard of. There's going to be more. Yeah.
Watch out there, guys. Okay. Before we get into Rangers, because we definitely got to talk about the Rangers a lot. I got to take a whiz. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah.
Or we'll be right back, I guess I should say. I know Leaf has to go as well.
Of course.
So hang on with us, YouTube. We're going to be right back. We're going to whiz, and then we will finish this episode out with a couple things, and we'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Okay, back like always. Okay, let's talk about the Rangers real quick, and then we will end on a crazy story that Leaf has, which is funny, I think, or crazy actually. Whoa, shocker, crazy.
yeah.
Okay, Texas Rangers. This past week, I remember what we talked about.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we were talking about how the Rangers are still kicking ass and they're on fire. Still first, and Houston's actually kind of went down a little bit. So we do currently have a 5-game lead in the division, which is amazing. It's amazing. The team's been playing really well. They just recently finished the series against Tampa that I did talk about. And they lost 2 in Tampa Bay. But you know what? Tampa Bay faced Haney and Perez. But when they faced Eovaldi, we won, of course. Because right now Eovaldi is our number 1 pitcher. And he will be this whole entire year.
Yep.
Because of the news that we got last week. Now, listen. Last week when I talked about Jacob deGrom, we did not know. I was going off the news that we had, which was basically he's coming back from spending time with his family with a newborn, wife, 3rd kid, and that he was okay. He was going to pitch another bullpen. He was on track to still return. Now, I think the next day or the day when we dropped our latest episode, they moved him to the 60-day DL, or excuse me, IL. Still call it DL.
Yeah.
Which would have put him on track to come back like June 28th. And I'm like, okay, well, that's 2 weeks basically where he gets to pitch and then rehab basically and come back. Well, we weren't told the whole story, that's for sure, by the Rangers. They were definitely very secretive about this, which I guess is not surprising. And then it came out that after he comes back from Florida, he's getting another MRI. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Why would he need another MRI? Then you hear the news that, hey, like there's some rumors out there that he's not, after those bullpens, basically like it's not going as it should. I think what happened was, and I think we talked about this on the last episode, after that last bullpen that he started throwing something besides fastballs was when an issue popped up.
Yeah, because you're throwing like a curveball and other kind of pitches.
Slider, he's big.
Those work the
disgusting.
elbow a little bit more than just throwing straight fastballs.
His slider is a huge pitch.
Yeah.
Because his slider is disgusting.
Yeah.
And I think that's whenever, they kind of got word that, or maybe deGrom told him, like, hey, something definitely doesn't feel right. But then he flew home, to be with his family, to do all that, which, I mean, of course, that's huge.
Yeah, he just had a kid.
Yeah.
So he's taking like paternity leave for a few days.
But I think they knew.
Yeah.
Something was wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, so when he came, but by the way, we didn't know this information when we recorded, by the way. The information that we knew was that he was coming back and he was going to throw another bullpen and be on track to come back.
Yeah.
Still. Dude, the worst fear ever. First of all, when I heard that they were doing another MRI, I was like, that's not good. There's no reason to get an MRI unless there's something else wrong.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Jacob deGrom on that MRI was revealed that there's not inflammation anymore, that he does have a tear in his UCL, which we thought this, when he went out of that game early, this makes me think that they were lying to us the whole time. That, like I said, that start that he was on where he was pitching really well and then he felt something and the trainer came out, Jacob deGrom's body language was like, I fucking fucked something up.
Yeah, because he's had Tommy John before. He knows what he knows
exactly,
and so he knows what that injury feels like.
And every pitcher probably has.
You're right.
Because I mean that's just the nature of the beast these days.
Yeah.
And I was like, his body language is so bad. Like he knows something happened. But then that MRI happened. They're like, it's only inflammation, no structural damage. Yeah. I think they were lying to us.
Yeah.
I 100% think they were lying to us.
Yeah, and I wonder why.
Because they may be thinking like maybe it'll heal itself. That it's not a bad tear or something, then maybe it'll heal itself.
Yeah, maybe just take some rest and it'll be all right.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they were lying to. I guarantee you they saw structural damage. They're like, well, we can't say that. Let's just say like this.
Yeah. Shit.
That's just what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, they may have known something else was wrong, not just inflammation. I think they lied to us, dude.
Yeah. And what sucks is that, I mean, this is the risk that you took when you signed him. because he hasn't been healthy over the last two
and
seasons.
by the way, yes, that new MRI, like I said, showed torn UCL, excuse me, and that he will have Tommy John surgery, I think, this week.
Yeah.
Different takes on surgery. Like Dr. Keith Meister apparently doesn't know which yet until he gets into the elbow. But most people are saying, like, no, it will be Tommy John.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, like you said, this will be his second Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, his first one was like in 2011 or something like that.
He was like early 20s.
Yeah, so and he bounced back from that, obviously, and because you're 22. This one's going to be a little different. This was a little scary because he's 34, right? 34, 35?
He's 34. I think he will be maybe 35, actually, when he does the surgery.
Yeah.
Well, when he comes back. So, yeah. No, you're right. This is scary.
You don't bounce back as quick after a major surgery like that when you're in your mid-30s. So
Exactly.
I hate to say it, man. I'm rooting for this guy to come back. When he when he did his interview about it, man, you saw him tearing up because he said he wants to be out there, and he's obviously worked really hard to try to get healthy and pitch this year.
So bad, dude.
Which we appreciated. And when he was healthy, he was dominant, just like he has always.
He
been.
was just amazing.
And,
we went to 2 games because we were joking around like this might be his last one.
Yeah,
we weren't lying.
Yeah,
I mean,
so yeah, hopefully he bounces back from this. It'd be great if he does. He may not make it back the next season. He may need an extra.
I don't know. I think
and honestly, man, we may never see this guy pitch again. I mean, that's on the table, obviously, because this is a major surgery again.
We're in the unknown territory right now with this. This is not what you want to see.
Right. Now, I don't want to see that. Obviously, I want to see him in a Rangers uniform again and pitching like he used to. But
of course.
But, yeah, we just have to wait and see, man. I mean, once the surgery's done and once he starts healing, like, I don't even know if he'll come back. He might come back maybe, I would say, like an all-star break next year at the earliest.
Oh, God, if we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, I mean, we just got to move on without him. And so
I just want to say, too, obviously devastated by this news. It was a gut punch for sure. And I feel like I got lied to by the Rangers, by the way, like I said before, because I think they knew that there was something else wrong in that original MRI. I do believe that. And they were just hoping that it would fix itself or heal, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
And for him to throw 5 bullpens and then officially that last bullpen start throwing sliders and anything other than fastball, I think that's when it kicked back in and he knew it. And they were like, go home and then we'll take an MRI when you get back. And then obviously that MRI showed the tear and the problem. And then the doctor was like, you got to have surgery, dude. And then seeing DeGrom, unfortunately, have to address the media because I felt like the timing of that was so unfortunate for him. He just found out that he's going to have surgery and you're done for the year, not only the year, but you're also done for probably next year. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, Jacob DeGrom won't pitch for us obviously the rest of this year. And then I would say probably most of next year, if not all of next year.
Yeah.
That's my gut feeling.
Yeah, it's a real good chance we won't even see him next year.
They're saying obviously minimum of 12 months, but maybe 15 to 18 months.
Yeah.
That's all of next year.
And like you said, you got to take in his age because
exactly
you can't have major surgery like that.
Not only his age, but
and bounce back.
His fucking body.
Yeah. I mean, he's been injured so much the last 2 years. So.
And I will say this as well. I'm devastated by this because Jacob DeGrom is the best pitcher in baseball when he's healthy. We've seen it. Again, like the 6 starts that we got from him, he was dominant, dude. I mean, he really was. And then hearing him address the media was tough because he was very emotional. He was crying.
Yeah.
And you could tell that, I mean, yes, he got paid a ton of money, but he cares. And he was the part that he choked up on when he started talking about his teammates.
Right.
And he feels like he let his teammates down and everybody in the organization down. That includes us as fans. It hurt him a lot, emotional. And it was really hard seeing him cry and talking about it. And God damn it, you feel for the guy. He obviously wants to be out there, dude. And he's such a talent. And it fucking sucks because you get a guy like this that's so good and you don't get to see him play the sport.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And also, too, like I said, the 2 seasons before he came to Texas, 20 starts over those 2 seasons. He just battled injuries for 2 years. That takes a fucking emotional toll on you. Then when you come over here, you sign a new contract with Texas, you feel like 100%. And like
Yeah.
you said, that first time that body language injury, you just like, God, here we fucking go again.
I think so.
And so, yeah, I feel for the guy, man, because it just sucks.
You could see that he's a very good guy.
Yeah.
And he cares a lot.
Yeah.
And he wants to be out there so bad.
Right.
And it sucks for him, dude. And I hope, look, I'm rooting for the guy to get the surgery and come back and be fine. But man, the chips are stacked against him, 100%. And unfortunately, we have to take our emotional side out of it because I mean, I'm rooting for Jacob DeGrom. I bought the fucking jersey, which is going to hang in the closet now for probably 2 years,
Yeah.
if maybe forever, because. I mean, he may not pitch again. We don't know. Like, we're in unknown territory right now.
Yeah.
He's going to try. He says, like, obviously, I got a goal set, and this is what I'm going to try. And of course, I'm rooting for him so hard. But you take the emotional side out of it. And you say, this might possibly be one of the worst Rangers contracts in history
Yeah.
because of what just happened.
Yeah. If he doesn't come back,
5 years,
100%.
185 million. And I want to clarify the 6-year kick in.
Mhm.
That's a team option, actually.
That's actually a lot. That when you told me that, I was like, that's great news, actually.
Yeah.
Because you obviously can turn that down. So
Yes.
So it's still a 5-year contract at the
The
most.
6th year, the team option was for like 20 million, I think I read. So they can turn that down.
Right.
That was kind of insurance for them because they did not insure this contract, by the way, because no one in their right mind would insure this contract because it was Jacob DeGrom.
Exactly. Because his track record for the last 2 years, like I said,
Yeah.
20 starts over the last 2 years. And we knew that when they signed him. But I was like, still, this is one of those risks you have to take when you're talking about this guy. When he's 100% healthy, there's not a pitcher out there there's not a team out there that can touch this guy. He's going to win you 20 fucking ball games every year if he's 100% healthy.
I will say this too. Flashback to before when they were talking about signing him and when they did sign him, I'm still doing that 100%
Oh, yeah.
because they say out there, and I agree with this, Evaldi doesn't come here without DeGrom. Haney doesn't come here without DeGrom. Those guys came here because Jacob DeGrom came here.
Exactly.
I believe that 100%
Yeah.
because they didn't sign for stupid money.
Right.
They signed to be a part of this rotation is going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And we can go out there and be a dominant starting 5 and kick major ass.
Yeah.
And it just fucking sucks, dude.
And this is one of those things that this is where I separate like Chris Young from John Daniels, because John Daniels will make stupid ass contracts with mediocre, washed up dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kluber.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, when they traded for him, guess what? They traded a closer prospect that we had who's one of the best closers in the baseball right now.
Yeah, great.
Which, guess what? We could use a closer right now.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Well, Will Smith hasn't been terrible.
Yeah, he started
Lately.
to bounce back, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's fucking Jonathan Hernandez.
Chris Young took a risk, dude. He said Jacob DeGrom's, like we said, the best pitcher in baseball when he's 100% healthy. He says he was healthy.
Easily.
And he passed his physical. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they took the steps. And you got to give him a ton of money to get him to come here.
That's just the market.
Yeah, it's just because he's a pitcher that's amazing. His
2-time Cy Young winner.
fucking like barely has a 2 ERA for his career, by the way.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so,
Career.
yeah. I mean, I was okay with this contract. I was okay with this
I was
signing.
so pumped.
Even though knowing this shit could happen, which it did,
Yeah.
I would do it again. If you could rewind back to the first of the year, I would do it again.
Well, if that means you got Nathan Evaldi who's pitching lights out,
yeah.
you know, it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
100% because you still have that starting depth where you have Evaldi, you know. The one thing I will say, though, is Evaldi and Gray right now are number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Gray has been pitching almost better than Evaldi, honestly,
Mhm.
which is insane to think about because Evaldi was pitcher of the month.
Gray has been so good this year.
Yeah.
I've been-
like I said, I need to make sure that he's not part of my family because if he is, I want some tickets, bitch. Jesus, what a great last name. And then now we have Haney and Perez, who are the back end, who are pitching like the back end. They're not really doing that great. Perez got lit up in Tampa. He was not, well, you told me because I was on a plane. You were like, he's not good, dude.
Yeah, immediately. He didn't. He lasted 3 1/3.
Yeah, that's not good. Which is so weird because last year he was so dominant. But like I said, I was like, Okay, I guess that was a fluke last year because here we are.
Yeah, brilliant move by Chris Young, by the way. I mean, all the qualifying offer cost him $19 million, but that's better than giving him like 5 years, $100 million off of one season.
By the way, on this podcast, we both said do not sign Martin Perez to a long-term deal.
Yeah, we both did.
I'm totally okay with the qualifying offer.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, because last year
Let's see if you can do it again.
Yeah.
Is what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And clearly he has not.
So far, not. Now, he's had some good starts.
He started off really well.
Yeah.
But now he's been on a downfall since the last few starts, and he's starting to turn in that old Perez when he was with the Rangers the first go-around.
Haney is pitching like a number 4, number 5 guy. I mean, that's what you're going to get.
You never know what you're getting with Haney. He could come out and deal, or he could, he's doing what he's been doing now. So, I mean, he's such a shaky guy.
Exactly. And Dane Dunning has been amazing filling in for DeGrom. He has. He's pitched really, really well. However, I will say, you just lost your ace for the year, probably 2. You got to go out there and make a trade. You have to get another starter. You just have to. If we're going to make a run at this thing because we're in first place, got to do it.
Yeah.
Got to. And
also, they said that they're going to go to a 6-man rotation.
Okay.
To give the starters some more rest, because from this point forward to the All-Star break, they barely have any time off. So you're going to have some tired fucking pitching here. But when you're starting to talk about that, like the starting pitching is starting to get thin now that we've lost DeGrom.
Yeah.
You got Martin, Perez, and Haney not really pitching great.
Yeah.
I guess you're going to go with Bradford as this sixth guy.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not super confident about that. You
just hope that guy can eat some innings.
Yeah. So you got to go out and make a fucking move.
Yes,
for sure.
I think the number one priority for Chris Young, and he's probably already been on the phones. I mean, he's smart. He knows. Is I need a starter, and then I definitely need bullpen help. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan Hernandez was so bad, he's back in AAA. They sent him down.
Yeah.
Because he was so fucking dead. He was so
fucking
bad.
Terrible.
Leclerc seems to be on the way up.
Yeah, he seems like he's bouncing back.
Yeah.
Like he came in.
Which is good. We need that fucker.
Yeah, he came in for Perez when Perez stunk it up. And he actually pitched 2 2/3 innings and only gave up a hit. Had 2 Ks.
That's good. We've talked shit about Leclerc because he was so bad. We actually need Leclerc to be good.
Yeah, and he looks like he's working his way back to that, which is good.
Yes,
hopefully he can keep trending upward. But you still need a couple of bullpen arms.
I agree.
And you need a starter. And you need a guy that can come in next year, too. You need to sign maybe a guy that has a couple of years on his deal left that's good enough. Because, like we said, we don't know where DeGrom's going to be.
I don't think.
And,
I would say
Leiter,
DeGrom. I would not count on DeGrom in 2024.
Yeah.
I just would not.
And like Leiter, he's not ready. You can't call him up right now.
No, Leiter's not ready.
We have this kid, Owen White, that's dominating right now, but he's not ready. I mean, he needs to. He's dominating down in the minors, but
we won't see Leiter until maybe next year.
Yeah,
he's not coming up this year.
If Leiter keeps pitching like he is, I'd love to see him in Round Rock before the end of the year. See what he could do there.
Should be his goal.
Yeah,
get to AAA.
But like I said, you need to make a trade right now. You need to hit up some of these teams that are sucking ass and they have like a really good pitcher or something. You need to. I wouldn't give up Leiter or somebody like that for him, but I would give up something.
No, I wouldn't trade Jack Leiter.
No. Not now that he's doing what he is doing, because this guy could be your future. He could be your future ace. Who knows? But
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's still yet to be seen. But
he's got a lot of work to do. But however, like I said, he is trending in the right direction. We talked about Jack Leiter having a great month of May.
But right now, you're like you said, we're 5 games ahead of the Astros, and we're almost at the half. Well, I mean, we still got about a month and a half before the All-Star break for the first. I mean, you got to start making some distance if you want to.
64 games in.
If you want to make the playoffs and then make a deep run of the playoffs, you got to make some moves. And I mean, that's what you want to do, right? You're a first place team right now. You want to see if you can go all the way.
Exactly.
Fine. And so you got to make some big moves.
You go all in.
Yeah,
you got to. You go all in, and you just faced Tampa, who is the one team that's in front of you in the American League. And I mean, you lost 2 of 3, like you said. Though they beat our last 2 starters basically, so I'm not like super impressed by them. And, Tampa's not good on the road. They're 17-13. They're way better at home, which is weird because that fucking stadium has like nobody there, and they're like 85 years old.
Yeah.
But anyways, you got to get another starter.
Yeah.
You got to. If you're gonna sit there and tell us that we're going for it or trying to win,
And you got to get a good
it.
one. You got to get like a mid guy, like a number 3 guy or something.
And then after the season's over, whatever happens, you sign Ohtani for $700 million.
Yeah, throw some money. He's not pitching that great this year, actually. But
I'm just saying. I'm kidding, obviously, but I would love the Rangers to do that.
oh yeah, I'd take that guy all day long.
100%. The MLB trade deadline is August 1st. So
Yeah.
that's when you're going to start. Mid-July usually is whenever you start seeing the moves and everything. And let's see, the All-Star game in Seattle this year, there's a lot of Rangers up there. That is July 11th. So that's usually when after that All-Star game.
Yeah, that's when you start.
That's when you start seeing some movement happen and who's available and whatnot. Now, I guarantee you, like I said, Chris Young's been on the phone, and otherwise he's not doing his job
Right.
because he knows. You lose Jacob deGrom.
Oh, as soon as DeGrom went out, he's probably He's been working it and just kind of seeing who's available.
I know you're bottom down there. Do you think you'd want to get rid of this guy or not? Like, there's names out there, by the way. There's on teams that are starters, and we can go through that in one episode. There's names out there.
When we get closer to the trade deadline, we can do that. Yeah.
When the rumors start popping up.
Yeah.
Because the Rangers are on they're buyers.
Oh, yeah.
We're buyers.
Yeah, you got to be.
We better be buyers because we are at first place, and let's take a run at this fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, this is a great fucking opportunity.
The offense is so good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because this offense is good, man. You don't want to waste it. Like, if we had Gray pitching against the Tampa Bay series, I guarantee we win that series.
I think so. Yeah, because of what he's doing right now.
Eovaldi shut them down. They scored 3 runs, and then we actually got a 8-run thing. I mean, our offense is good.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, Perez and Haney came out there and stunk it up, and so that's why we got so far behind. But
yeah,
I think like if Gray maybe started that fucking game, one of those games, we would have taken that series easy. And not. Yeah, so I think if you get...
Tampa's good, obviously.
They're for real, man.
They're for real. I mean, we'll see them again.
Yeah, we will.
We'll see them again, and that's fine if they, take those. But, it's a long season. We're still mid-July now, or excuse me, mid-June. We're a month away from the All-Star game, and there's still a ton of season left to play. And but as far as getting the news that, DeGrom's gone for this year 100%, and then next year, I would say probably pretty much all year. If you asked me how far he's going to be out, September, October next year, if I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And maybe we're lucky he comes back.
Maybe.
We're on the unknown territory with DeGrom, like I said. Hopefully he's back, but I would say September. Maybe, that would be my guess.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah, and hopefully not any longer than that. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was all year, honestly.
Yeah. But if Chris Young was right here, right now, I'd say go for it.
You got to.
Like,
you have to.
We have a few prospects down there that I wouldn't trade any of our pitching prospects, but
any of the top ones.
Any of the top ones.
Yeah.
But we have some offensive guys, some prospects that are doing pretty good. I would say those are on the table, dude.
Absolutely.
Move them.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Besides the top, like Leiter's, I wouldn't trade him.
No, I wouldn't either.
You're trying to build him up, and he looks like he's turning a corner, actually.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility of him coming in and actually.
And also, we have the 4th pick in the first in the draft this year. So
yeah,
that's a great position to be in.
Yep.
Because you can replace whoever you trade with a number 4 pick. I'll do it all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what you rely on your development staff to do, is develop these guys. And then prospects are nothing but poker chips, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they can do
Especially
awesome.
when you're in a first place team and you feel like you can make a run deep in the postseason. It's
get a guy that's proven in MLB.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen this. Like, I remember back in the day whenever, John Daniels actually made a good trade, which is weird.
Yeah.
The Cliff Lee rental was a good trade. I would say that's a good trade because they traded Justin Smoke, who at the time was like our top first base prospect or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Smoke stayed in the MLB for a long time after that trade, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah, he didn't really live up to expectations. They got rid of him at the right time. That was a good trade, I will say that.
Without Cliff Lee, we don't make it to the World Series.
Oh, no. That September, he was just so goddamn dominant.
Well, I mean, Game 5 of ALDS against Tampa Bay, actually, in 2010, we win that game because Cliff Lee went out and pitched he was just amazing, dude.
Well, yeah, and then against the Yankees, that he struck out like fucking 14 of them or some shit.
Yeah.
It was insane.
No, we don't go to the World Series without Cliff Lee.
Yeah.
So, good trade. And that's what Chris Young has to do right now. You got to go out there and you lost your ace, bro. You need another one.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and like I said, we were saying, nothing against Evaldi. Like, I mean, I think can be a number one. Obviously, he's pitching like it.
Mm.
By the way, Rangers started a 4-game series at home. Thank God they're back against the Angels this week. And I believe we're planning to go on Thursday, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, because Evaldi's in line to
on the
pitch.
mound.
It was supposed to be Ohtani versus Evaldi, but I was told that the Angels organization, who are just a giant bunch of pussies, are giving an extra day of rest to Ohtani. I don't know why, because Ohtani's not going to be there next year.
Yeah.
He's not going to go back because if he goes back, he's like, I never want to win a title, just like Trout. I think I still saw that the probable pitchers was Ohtani, but they may change it because the guy who told me knows his shit. So, but I'll still go watch Evaldi.
Yeah, Evaldi, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. And I think we're going Thursday. If maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, I think we're definitely going to the ballpark this week.
Yeah.
And I think I might go Sunday too. Father's Day. Might take the kiddo out there
Nice.
and just say fuck it. You know?
Shit, man. Fuck it.
Yeah. Because that's a great way to celebrate Father's Day at the ballpark.
Yeah, it is.
Lord. But anyways, there's 2 home series all this week and then through the weekend before they get back on the road. So excited.
Yeah,
it's a blow. It's a blow not to have DeGrom.
Yeah.
The rest of the year. It already sucked not having him since April 29th, but there was always that he's coming back. He's coming back. And then here we are. Just nope, he's not. By the way. And so yeah, that DeGrom jersey will be hanging in the closet for quite a while, maybe forever.
I feel like you jinxed him, dude, buying that jersey.
I was going to buy that jersey because I was so goddamn pumped because I'm like, we have a legitimate ace for the first time since definitely Cliff Lee.
Yeah.
And before that, Nolan Ryan probably.
Yeah.
The Rangers have never had a legitimate ace like that, dude.
No, they haven't. Yeah.
And Cliff Lee was only here for like 3 months.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, we got him at the trade
rental.
deadline, and he was gone the next year. Yeah.
It was a rental, and they were trying to sign him back, and thank God they didn't because after that, he pitched for Philly, and really wasn't that great, actually.
It was terrible, yeah.
And he had that 1 year. I think the next year was good, but then after that, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, yeah.
We're still excited about the Rangers. We're just, I will say, when I talk about Jacob deGrom right now, I get pretty depressed. And I feel so bad for the guy, man.
This is such a great team right now. Like we've said all year long, it's fucking fun to watch Texas baseball now.
Yes.
Like this is the best team we've had in a long fucking time.
By the way, that's why we're recording early so we can watch the game after this.
Yeah, we came back home and we're 21-9 at home, so we dominate at home. So we should handle the Angels tonight, hopefully.
Well, the Angels suck.
Yeah, and
fuck Trout.
Yeah, they're 6.5 games behind. So I mean, but still,
they suck.
But yeah, this is a fun team to watch. I want to see them win. I hope they win the division. I mean, like Houston's 5 games back. We've actually kind of made some ground there because they were like 2 or 3 games back before.
Luckily, while we were losing Tampa, they were losing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like we said, if Young can make a couple of moves, get a couple of bullpen guys and another starter, and we can keep this momentum going, I'd be happy for that. I want to win the division. I didn't think they'd win the division.
No, hell
At the beginning of the year, I did say that they'd win enough games to make like a wild card, maybe like 80. Well, because Seattle went to
90.
a wild card with like 84 wins or something.
No, 90.
Was it 90?
Yeah.
I think I said 85, right?
Yes. You said the Rangers were in 85. I said 78 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like skeptical because I'm a Rangers fan, but now obviously we're winning way more than that. We're at 41. Yeah, my bad. 41. Oh yeah, we're winning way more than that. We're still on pace to win 100 games.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's awesome.
And so, which would be the first in Rangers history if they make that happen. It's still such a long season, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, we
to
got a
talk
long way
about.
to go, but like we just said, we need a couple moves in the bullpen and a starter pitcher, and then that'll make me feel a lot better.
if we're going for it, like I said, which was what Chris Young and Ray Davis was telling us, we're Ray Davis especially, like I said, 100%. The last 2 off seasons, man, you give Ray Davis some credit. He has opened up the checkbook and said, "Hey, I'm fucking tired of losing.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of it." And you've seen it. You've seen it from the signings of Simeon Seager in that offseason, and then that season didn't go well. And he's like, Woodward's gone. John Daniels is gone, thank God. And he's like, Chris Young, here you go. What's the priority? And Chris Young's like, we need pitching. And he was like, go get the best pitcher available. Chris Young did that. Not only did he do that, he got more depth. And so you do credit Ray Davis. Ray Davis, when he was at the podium saying that he was tired of losing, he's backed it up.
Yeah.
And so if you really are tired of losing, Ray Davis, back it up in the trade deadline as well.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Because give Chris Young the ability to go out and get the best fucking person available to pitch. You need it now. You definitely need it. Because you're not going to have an ace now for 2 years probably. So, we'll obviously be talking about the Rangers a lot on this podcast because we love baseball and we love the Texas Rangers.
Well, it's so fun to. The
Last year we
has
did.
been so fucking
Last
great.
year we were like, let's talk about the Rangers. Okay, they suck.
Yeah, it's so bad.
See, a lot of the times last year we were talking about how like Simeon was not worth the money.
Yeah.
Thank God he's turned that around this year.
Oh, he's been a fucking great.
He's leading the All-Star voting
Yeah.
for a second baseman.
Yeah.
Seager's second as short.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's like 5 or 6 Rangers that are top 2 in voting.
And they
at
should
the
be.
moment. Yeah.
And
I mean,
they
this
should be.
offense is insane. Heim, Young, even Young as a rookie.
He should be.
He's going to win Rookie of the Year, I think.
And stop putting disrespect on that man's name, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus Christ. Put him as Rookie of the Year. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
He's won the Rookie of the Month, the 2 months of the season. And he may do, I don't know if he hasn't had the best.
It's been a little bit of a shaky June. But that's okay. It's a long fucking season, dude.
Yeah.
So he's a rookie, for God's sakes. I didn't realize he was a hell of a defensive player over there.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Awesome to see. So more to come on the Texas Rangers. Like I said, that's why we're recording a little early on Monday, because we are going to we got an album to listen to. We're going to do that again because that's been fun.
Yeah.
And then a crazy story and get out of here so we can watch the Rangers game. So, okay. Go Rangers, baby. Anyways, let's do that real quick. Let's do the albums. And then I know Leaf has a crazy story, and then we're out of here. Okay. We skipped last week because we were it's kind of hard when you listen to an album the whole week and then come up with another one that you want the other person to listen to.
Yeah.
But this has been too much fun for us, and we're going to keep doing it because, well, mainly because we like it and enjoy it. And I think it actually is good for everybody out there that cares about us listening to music and giving our opinions on stuff that me and Leaf normally wouldn't listen to, but we make each other listen to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. This week, what am I listening to this week, bro?
All right, so
And by the way, in case this is anybody's first time listening, we give each other an album to listen to that we necessarily don't listen to, and then we listen to it all week, and then the next episode we come back with our top 3 favorite songs off the album.
yeah.
Yeah. So okay, what am I listening to?
All right, so we're going to go back to country.
Okay.
Not Texas country, but you
Oh, by the way, let me put this in my notes because I'll forget if I don't.
now you know this guy very well because this is my all-time favorite country guy. And
Okay, this is definitely Gary Allan.
Yeah,
then.
you've been to a concert, but this
It
album
was awesome, actually.
Now I know you've heard one song on this album because it's one of his biggest songs.
Is that right where I need to be?
No,
Oh, damn. All right.
but this album came out in 2005.
Oh, yeah, right where I need to be was like 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was the album he recorded after his wife committed suicide.
Okay.
So this was like his
Thanks for giving me a heavy ass fucking emotional shit.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this is when he came back and started writing more of his stuff.
Okay.
And so this is probably my favorite Gary Allan album.
So he actually wrote this shit.
Not all of them, but there's a couple of songs that he actually co-wrote. So, because he kind of got back into writing after his wife died and all that.
Yeah.
But this album is my favorite Gary Allan album for sure. But it's called Tough All Over.
Tough All Over.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
And Yeah. So it's
Now, obviously, I know Gary Allan,
yeah.
and Leaf has probably played me a couple songs off this album, but
Probably.
there's no way I remember.
My
because
favorite Gary Allan song is on this album, and I won't tell you it just so it doesn't.
I'll know what it
skew
is.
The old,
I'll know what it is when I see the title.
Probably
Because, I mean, you probably played it for me.
I'm probably have.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Yeah.
played each other so many fucking songs, but we're also hammered when we do it.
Yeah, it's true.
So, okay, Gary Allan. I'm obviously familiar with that guy.
Yeah.
I know Gary Allan.
But I know you
I
haven't
saw him
heard-
live.
I know you haven't heard a lot of these songs, so that's
Okay.
why I gave it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have not. I can hand to God out there. I've not gone to Gary Allan's Spotify page and been like, let me listen to this whole album.
Yeah, exactly.
Haven't done it. I've listened to the hits
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple that I'm like, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
And by the way, when we did see Gary Allan live with Leaf, I loved it. It was a fucking great show.
Yeah. And I've said it before. That was the best show I've ever seen of him.
Yeah, you told me that a million times. All right. Let me get Leaf going here with the album that he's going to listen to this week. Now, I love this band. I've seen them live multiple times. And I believe I can't. Well, I know I was thinking about the podcast all week, and I thought, oh, man, are we going to do the album thing again? I think we are. And this came up when I was traveling. And it's been a minute since I've listened to this band, actually. And I was like, I want Leaf to listen to this one. So here we go. The album is from the band called Volbeat. And I know you know who that is.
I do know who that is.
Yeah. And the album is called Seal the Deal and Let's Boogie. That's the album title.
Seal the Deal
And Let's Boogie.
and Let's Boogie.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I think the only album version on Spotify is a deluxe version.
Okay.
So you might want to just look up, like, obviously all the songs are on there, but like look up the original album on like Wikipedia or something, and just listen to the original album.
Okay.
Like the deluxe version has like a live version of some of the songs. So
Okay, I gotcha.
Don't do that. But and then like a cover song or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard some Volbeat songs, but not a ton.
Yeah.
Like just whatever you
Oh,
play.
I know. I've only played you a select few.
Yeah.
And just remember that I guess we can talk about that when you listen, after you listen to it.
Okay. All right.
So
Now,
the inspirations like the band got.
What's been cool about doing this is I've been surprised by the last couple albums. Like the Monomarth album, I was super surprised about it. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Threat Signal. The Ghost album, I told you I wasn't like super crazy about it.
I know,
But
I
I
was
could
shocked.
tell. I said, I bet they have some stuff out there that I like. So,
Yeah,
but yeah. So it's been fun doing this. So
it has been. It really has been.
yeah. And I was
Like I said, like 4 Years Strong last week, I was like, God damn, this fucking album's awesome.
yeah, that's my favorite album of theirs for sure. Yeah.
That was a great fucking album. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. All right.
So there you go. So we'll report back next week with our top three from that.
Yeah,
those
and
two
I have
albums.
a Spotify playlist. I put after we tell each other our top three, I add them to that playlist. So I can post the link every week if I need to. You can guys go and listen to the same songs that as our top three that we put on there. So I'll do that.
Absolutely. All right, man. Tell us this crazy story that you got about your girl.
Yeah,
And then
man,
let's
this
get out.
is,
Let's get out of here after that.
Yeah, I saw this come across this last week, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it involves my girl Taylor Swift. So obviously, I want to throw hands with somebody because this guy. So here's the thing: is a stalker, an Indiana man, has been arrested and charged with stalking and harassing Taylor Swift for several months. Mitchell Table, I'm coming for you, buddy. 36
He's
years old.
he's already out. He's already gone, bro.
Yeah, it was
Already gone.
booked into the LaPorte County Jail on June 2nd on charges of stalking, intimidation, invasion of privacy, and harassment. He's accused of sending threatening messages from March to May of this year to Swift and her team and management.
Jesus.
And it says that the affidavit does not mention Swift by name, but it has multiple references to her throughout the document, and it includes mentioning Swift's management, Team 13, the Eras Tour, which she is current on, and her ex, one of her exes, Joe Alwyn.
Joe.
According to the affidavit, Table sent a voice message to Swift through Instagram on March 29th saying he would happily wear a bomb if he cannot be with his soulmate. That was the voice
Lord.
message. Yeah.
So they actually read those messages?
Yeah, I was like, read mine. I asked her out on a date.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very non-threatening.
Yeah, no, it's just me trying to be a nice gentleman.
Yeah. And then later he sent messages to those closely related to Swift, including her father and dancers.
Okay.
And
He
then,
went deep, bro.
Yeah, on May 5th, Table traveled from Long Beach, Indiana to Swift's home in Nashville and was escorted away from the property by security. He then went to Nissan Stadium there in Tennessee where she was performing that night. Before the show, Table was placed on a security threat concern list, so he wouldn't be able to purchase any ticket for the show. However, he was able to purchase the ticket through the third-party company and entered the stadium.
Of course.
And then he was recognized by security, which that blows me away. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
So he must have had
not venue security, like
Yeah,
personal security. 'Cause
probably.
venue security is
Yeah.
just fucking Joe Blows like me and you.
Yeah. Like one guy got hired because he couldn't buy tickets. He just got hired on as a security guard, and he would have not known who this guy was.
No way.
But anyway, he was escorted off the site, and then a restraining order was requested by 13 management, her management team, and it was granted on May 11th. He violated the restraining order, continued to send messages to Swift through the month until at least May 18th. So $15,000 bond was set on June 1st for the stalking charge. His next court date is going to be July 27th. So, yeah, man.
I mean, good Lord. What drives people
And
to do this?
It's kind of crazy that you don't hear a story like this all the time. Because as big as she is, you know what I mean? Like she's
I don't think I've
massive.
ever heard of
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she's had them.
Now, there's a documentary on where she talks about on Netflix called Miss Americana. She tells a guy, the lead singer from Panic at the Disco, they're doing like a duet in the studio. And he was talking about trying to look for an apartment wherever she lived or whatever. And she said that, yeah, I had a guy break into my apartment one time and just hung out there in the house when I wasn't there. And I was like, Jesus, so I guess it happens a lot. But
That guy definitely sniffed some panties that night.
yeah, I would have.
If that was there. Oh, yeah, you would have 100%. I'll be like, dude, get your money's worth because you're going to jail.
Yeah, I'd take them with me.
Yeah, exactly. Sell them.
Yeah, and mail them to my house before I got arrested, bro. That way I have them.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to track that.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I'm not a stalker, but yeah, I don't get it.
Are
either,
you
man.
not? I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Quite the Swifty over here.
I hope they don't read my Instagram messages.
I've been saying kind of the similar shit. Sending dick pics and shit.
Yeah. No, I just sent that one after she got broken up just as a joke because
Right, of course.
I know she's got like 300 million Instagram followers.
They
She's
didn't
not-
see yours.
But it's weird that I guess because
Maybe they have like keywords
maybe.
that they look at.
Yeah, because he sent a voice message though. and
Oh,
then
shit. Okay. Well,
through
Jesus,
Instagram,
AI
and it said
everything.
that he would gladly wear a bomb.
Well, I mean, Jesus, any AI capabilities now, they
Yeah.
can look at that shit, dude.
Yeah. So anyway,
There's technology out there that can.
it's crazy that guy got into the stadium. By the way, I mean,
Yeah, no kidding. He got. Well, I mean, like I said, you buy it from a third party. They don't know, and then like the venue going in doesn't know, and then
yeah,
the security that has photos of the guy and knows about it that gets like told like, hey, if you see this fucking person, like no. That's the only security that's in the venue security. They're not gonna fucking know.
no.
It was
yeah,
security
her private
from her.
security for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, pretty crazy,
It's
man.
so nuts, bro. What drives these motherfuckers to become stalkers and do this shit? This happens to every major rock star, pop star, celebrity. They have them all.
Yeah.
They all have stalkers. And what drives somebody to do this, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Well,
like James Hetfield had a female stalker
yeah,
for a long time
yeah,
and had to get arrested and
restraining
removed.
orders and shit. Yeah.
Yes. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Well, some celebrities have been killed by their stalkers. I've seen documentaries of. There's this one girl that was in the 80s, and she just had started acting. She was really young, and she started blowing up on this TV show. Some dude just went to her apartment. I guess he found out where she lived, and she actually came down to meet him, I guess, and he fucking just shot her, dude. Didn't say shit, just shot her. And I was like, it's fucking crazy. I don't get it.
Yeah, you. That's why they have bodyguards
Yeah.
and security. Like as much as you think that's ridiculous,
Yeah.
they need it.
Dude, also on that documentary, that Taylor Swift documentary, she in her apartment or wherever she lives in New York,
Yeah.
like she has to plan. Like she has to have a team come out and block off her fucking front door
Oh yeah.
just so she can get in her fucking car. And like She
Well,
walked
that's
out.
because the paparazzi's waiting.
Well, no, this is fans. They know where she.
well,
And
that too.
whenever the camera pans over, it looks like they're waiting for her to play, dude. It's like a concert venue. And she's
Yeah.
like, she gets in her car and the camera's in the car waiting for her. She's like, yeah, that's my front yard. I have to do this every day. I was like,
I wouldn't live in New York City.
yeah. She lives in Nashville now for sure. I mean, well, she has houses everywhere, by the way. But
Yeah, I think she can park wherever she wants.
yeah.
Like as far as buying a house.
It's probably what she probably just rotates, that way she's not in one spot all the time and has
Yeah.
this fucking like crazy guys show up.
Which is crazy to think about because I'm like, I like being in my home
Yeah.
and my spot. I know where I live, and I like to switch it up so much. It sucks.
Yeah. That's the one thing I've always said, man. It's like I wouldn't be able to do the celebrity thing. Like be famous.
I don't want. You see that shit on TikTok with the paparazzi just fucking
Yeah.
swarming these people, asking stupid questions. And
Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
love
no,
to
that-
have
that
a
would
cat,
piss me
bro,
off.
but I would hate to
Yeah,
be famous.
of
dude.
course.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of the times they fucking break or whatever,
Yeah.
But I just the whole stalker mindset. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I
it's
just it's
weird.
just fucking. It's another person, dude.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like if I see somebody that's famous out and about, my mindset is like I'll say hi if they're not like surrounded by people. If they are, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll say hi. I'd rather have a conversation
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
And then just be like, hey, I think you're great in this, or you're hilarious, or I love your songs.
Mm-hmm.
That means more to me than fucking autographs or anything like that. Like, I'd love a picture too, like, but that's not the first thing I'm asking for. I'd rather have a conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, Hetfield has always come out, James Hetfield has always come out and hated the whole people treating him like a god.
Mm.
And you're going to get that whenever you're in his position, though. You just are.
Yeah.
And same with Taylor Swift. She's going to get that too.
Yeah.
You're my queen or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people, like, when they hear that, they don't know how to deal with that. And I'm sure it's very uncomfortable. Like, I would be uncomfortable if somebody's calling me a god. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular guy.
Well, there's now that and this is like Taylor Swift's first, her biggest tour since like fucking 2017, I think 2018.
Most expensive tour ever, by the way.
And
How do people pay for tickets, by the way?
it's insane. But like these people were breaking down, crying in the crowd.
I know.
Like, and
I've seen videos and I'm just like, Jesus.
For her, I'd be like, she probably appreciates stuff, but it's like, man, I wouldn't be able to compute that.
That's got to be
right?
uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's got to be kind of a little weird for her.
There's a very famous video of James Hetfield doing a meet and greet with a girl crying and like holding on to him.
Yeah, is that the one where she like asked to hug him like fucking 5-6 times or
Yes.
some shit?
And by the way, whoever that female is, fuck you, because I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't get to meet Hetfield in my
Yeah,
meet
he
and
kind
greet.
of stopped doing those
Because he
meet and
stopped
greets.
doing it after that,
Yeah.
and that was right around the time that I got mine, and he didn't do it, and I'm like, that fucking stupid bitch over in Europe fucked me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
man.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, because in his mind, he's like, I'm just me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And he's like, what the fuck? And you can tell in the video he's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's just like, God, I don't get why people think that that's like they're just, obviously they mean a lot to all of us, but like, calm yourself down, bro. They're
Yeah.
like, you can just have a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what I would do. I'd be nervous, of course, but I'd also be like, after a couple sentences, I'd be like, oh, okay, like this
Yeah.
is cool. Like, just have a conversation.
Yeah. When I met Gary Allen, man, I was cool about it. I just said, hey, man.
Yeah. And you were nervous.
Yeah. I was
course.
like, dude, I've been a fan. I just wanted to say that I'm glad that you stayed true to who you are and you didn't make any pop fucking music.
It's
whenever-
also a weird fucking situation to be in, by the way,
Yeah.
when you meet them in a meet and greet
Yeah.
at a venue. They're
Yeah.
doing it in front of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather run into these guys on the street or something randomly.
Yeah.
That's more comfortable for me and probably for them.
Right.
Whenever Lars came through the meet and greet line, there's a fucking ton of people around me watching me have a conversation with him. That also adds to me being like nervous and just like, oh, because everybody can hear our conversation,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of, that situation sucks. I'd rather run into somebody randomly, have a conversation. If they're cool with me having a selfie or whatever later. Now, I will say if I've had a lot of beers in me, confidence will go through the roof. a.k.a. known as the Nelson Cruz and Sam selfie from a long time ago. Because I ran right up to that guy and asked for a selfie, and he was cool with it. Now, I don't normally do that, you know, but I can't imagine being Taylor Swift right now.
Yeah.
And this stadium tour that she's doing. I mean, it's such big news.
She doesn't do meet and greets on this tour.
And
so,
she shouldn't, because that would be even worse.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty wild.
Even though, ask Billy McFarland, he's got Taylor Swift meet and greet tickets for you. You can buy them.
Yeah. That guy's not a fraud at all.
No, he's got free, or excuse me, like you just pay him this much to VIP Club NYC.
Can't wait for Firefest 2, bro.
Taylor Swift fucking meet and greet tickets, and Taylor Swift came out. She's like, I don't do meet and greets. I'm like, what a piece of shit, dude. And people actually gave this guy money.
Yeah.
And they're gonna give him money again. I'm like, yo, are you stupid?
It's wild.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
Firefest 2, baby. I'm like, this guy's doing his schemes again. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's right in front of our faces, and people still believe this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but homie's in jail.
All right. Well, there you go. Stalker stories are fun, and I just don't believe. I can't believe people get that far.
It's weird, man. Like, I'm a massive fan,
There's been some
dude.
bad ones, dude.
Yeah. I'm a massive fan of Taylor Swift, and I love her songs, but yeah, she is hot. But I'm like, no way I'm going to fucking like her house or like.
Right.
I mean, you're just never gonna see me do shit like that. Yeah.
No.
I'm not obsessed. Like, you know what I mean?
If you were, I would tell you, be like, bro, calm the fuck down.
Yeah. You'd be like, what the fuck you doing, bro? I'm like, I'm just stepping. I'm like that Beetlejuice fucking me. Me? Nothing.
just hanging
in
around.
front of her mansion, bro. Nothing. Just hanging around.
I feel like, what are you doing, bro? Oh my God, that fucking one I sent you with him mowing the lawn. I died, bro.
Yeah.
Did you wait till the end?
Yeah. No,
Whenever he was just hanging around, and then he was like zoomed in on him.
Yeah.
Like, again, I was like, Jesus
like
fuck.
6 a.m., bro.
I was fucking dying. That was so funny.
TikTok.
By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, message me. I'll send you the TikTok because it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get the hell out of here. We've got a Rangers game in about 30 minutes. We're gonna watch and have a good time, and we really do appreciate you all hanging out with us on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody that stopped in. Jay, Tina, Colin actually came in. Billy, I see you as well. Thank you so much, and Bill as well. Can't forget about Bill, our boy, Nooner Nation. By the way, we gotta have Bill back on.
Yeah, we do.
We just gotta have him back on. It's just too much fun with Bill.
Yeah, it is.
And we will, and then we'll get Charlie on as well for you.
Hey, if I'll say what we maybe reach out whenever the Golden Knights close out this Stanley Cup.
There you go. Yeah, because they're definitely going to win.
Yeah,
they're up. So
3-1. Yeah.
Yep. And I hate you because your team.
Yeah, I saw that message he sent. And I was like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he texts me because I got his number now, and he texts me pictures of the Knights logo every time they win. I'm like, I hate you. But at the same time, that's cool. And Vegas is a good team. So
yeah.
Anyways. Thank you for listening, and make sure you do follow us out there on social media. First off, our YouTube channel, we've decided to exclusively go to YouTube. YouTube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Same thing as everything. YouTube, of course, and then Facebook, Instagram, TikTok @Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Twitter @Eskimo Bros Pod. I had to change the name up a little bit for the handle, I guess. Something else was out there, so there you go. You'll find us, and the best way to find us is our link tree that we post at the bottom of every episode description. That has links to everything, so you can make sure. That way you know when we're going live and when we're not, and what we're planning to do. Because randomly we do record, and that's just because we're fathers. We have lives, and it's sometimes we don't do this full time, so sometimes it's hard to lay down a schedule.
Yeah.
One thing I know we will be doing is Thursday night football. You can bet on that, but recording episodes it's fucking different sometimes, man.
Yeah.
One thing also is the same as the audio episodes, though.
Yeah, the audio episodes drops on Tuesday mornings on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google. Like all the big ones are Spotify and Apple. On Spotify, you can go to our page. You'll have to listen to a little bit of our episodes, but then you can rate us 5 stars after you've listened to a couple of them. Apple Music, you do the same thing. Go over there, rate us 5 stars. You can also write a review for us, which helps us out a ton. It helps us with algorithms, puts us in front of more listeners. Just rate us 5 stars. Then underneath that, you'll see write a review. Click on that. Just a couple sentences. Tell them how much you love the podcast and submit it.
Yeah,
And,
we need more of those.
Yeah, we need a lot of those. It helps grow the podcast.
Absolutely. That helps a ton. Please do that for us on both Spotify. And by the way, I've noticed on Spotify, not only can you rate just the 5 stars, there's a Q&A below. You can actually answer, how did you like this episode? What did you not like about this episode? So I think that's kind of new that I've seen. So please do that as well. Like, that's cool. Like, you can say oh, I didn't like this segment, or these guys are drunk. And I'll be like, yeah, we are, because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
And I'm like, that's nothing's changing there. Yeah. So, anyways, I thought that was really cool that I saw. So there you go. So, anyways, we really appreciate it so much. Keep it going, man. The train's never going to stop, baby. Cheers to everybody out there. We'll see you next week, of course, with the brand new. I don't know when we're recording next week because, like I said, Sunday is Father's Day.
Right.
We're both fathers. We're going to spend some time with kids. And we may record Sunday night. I don't know. We'll see.
That's why you got to follow our
I'm off
Instagram, because we'll let you know.
Exactly. That's why you follow us.
Our social medias.
Everything.
All of them.
Everything.
Just do it.
Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
And let's go fucking Rangers tonight, man.
Yeah, we're going to go watch that.
Absolutely. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.